What's up, everybody? This episode of The Eighth Estate is brought to you in part by High on Life Superfoods. These guys are an awesome company off the West Coast in BC, and they're the leading provider of the most biologically available, nutrient-rich, hemp-based vegan supplements on the market. Nailed it. These guys are awesome, man. They're designed to help industry professionals like musicians, up-and-comers, and really just anybody perform at their mental and physical best. We got a couple of their products right here. We use them all the time, man. They're woke bars. These guys are they're phenomenal. If you want to look better, you want to feel better, you want to just be better, you got to try High on Life Superfoods, man. Check them out. They got their website, highonlifesuperfoods.com. Check it out. Check out all their products. Load your cart with as much as you want and use code EEVP10 at checkout, and you can get 10% off your entire order. That's promo code EEVP10 to get 10% off your entire order. Back to the podcast.
That is a dope signature. That's a really fucking slick signature.
Cool. I'm changing my name to S. Moses. I'm stealing
Moses.
And I'm stealing this signature.
Yeah, so this site is just phenomenal.
It's really cool, man. Yeah.
But with that being said, and we've got the little breakdown here of the terpenes.
I did see that. That looked good.
I did a little breakdown of the terpenes. I've got my little
detective notepad.
Yeah, my little notepad here with the antenna, wireless notepad.
Woo!
Yeah,
that's your detective name. Your detective notepad.
Detective notepad. Nice. So remember last time we were looking at caryophyllene. 1, 2.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right. I got Bo across for me.
Jeffrey, good to see you, my man.
Yeah, good to see you too. James, good to see you as well, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
This is The Eighth Estate, episode unsure.
I don't even know where
and I don't know what episode we're at either. We've got some GNOMESTAR meat breath to go through today. It's a particularly fragrant and floral arrangement.
Very fragrant.
With fragrant and floral with the aromas of rotting meat
And
corpses.
I want to say right away that I'm going to thank you personally for picking this one out for this episode, because I was smoking these meat breath pre-rolls last week.
Yeah.
For the first time ever. And one of my favorite pre-rolls right now, man. It's such a good roll, such a good smoke. Super pumped for it. You caught wind of that, and you got us all set up for a meat breath episode here, and I could not be more excited for it.
Fuck yeah. I'd only seen it in the pre-rolls, so when I saw it in flower...
Well, I saw it last week and bought it, but it was brand new to me. I've never seen this before or even heard of it. So.
Yep. And with that being said, James, run that tape.
GNOMESTAR, meat breath, GNOMESTAR. I wonder if it's better than sex. GNOMESTAR, meat breath. How does it smell?
Pretty
Like
damn good.
heaven sent. GNOMESTAR meat breath.
Man, such a beauty bud.
It looks so good. It is like, it's dry, but it's a sativa leaning hybrid. So dryness is expected, but still like bunchy and beautiful looking.
I don't mean to be contradictory, but I don't think it is a sativa leaning hybrid.
Really?
Everything that I've read has been about it being indica styles.
You could be contradicting. I could be totally wrong.
But here's the thing. Yeah. It might have been affecting you in a sativa style.
I would say, regardless of what I knew about it or thought I knew about it coming into this, that is something I can guarantee is it's why I liked it so much. The pre-rolls is it got me into a very, very upbeat, laughy, very silly kind of mood.
Yes.
It actually got me into like a much sillier mood than most weeds will do for me. This is like almost like the Dukem got me just like laughing my ass off and like way too hyper. That's kind of the effect that this has on me.
All right.
So I was assuming sativa leaning, but I could be very wrong about that.
No, it is very, very much an indica.
Indica dominant hybrid, yeah.
James, you want to give us the strain explain?
Why, of course, gentlemen. Meat Breath is an indica dominant hybrid bred by crossing the genetics of Meatloaf and Mendo Breath. Meat Breath has very unique characteristics visually compared to most strains due to its profound trichome visibility, dark shades of purple, and burnt orange pistils. From its bud structure to its color, smell, and trichome visibility, it's truly an eye-catching cannabis strain. So, is it eye-catching in terms of the look, gentlemen?
It is.
Very much
Yeah,
so.
it's got a very pale look to it. Like it's not a dark green, which makes all the orange trichomes, all the orange hairs and stuff really pop out of it, right?
Yeah, the pistols.
Yeah. The pistils, yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
burnt orange pistils.
the fragrance, like, man, like, no joke, this stuff, when you smell it, just kicks you in the fucking teeth, man.
Gonna
Like,
go,
it's a smell.
yeah.
It's so good.
I'm gonna go joint number 1 here with the stuck paper challenge.
Ooh,
If you want to go to the tight on me there.
it's already there, bro.
Yeah, we got it. Stuck paper challenge. And to Bose.
I love it.
It's fucking insane.
I didn't think it would do it, actually. I love this weed, but I didn't think it would pass that particular challenge. I'm going to start my first joint here, though. Let's get into it.
Do it.
It passed it so fast.
All right. So the next tab over there should be the meatloaf on Leafly, which Leafly has a meat breath. It's got a meat breath page, so we can come back afterwards this time and actually leave a review on this.
Hell yeah. That was actually really disappointing last week when we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
MEB.
But yeah, look at how low it is on the calming effects there.
Bring it right down, yep.
Yeah,
I don't
very,
even see
very
calming.
relaxed, euphoric, happy, a little sleepy, some hungry. But the assists are very, very good. Helps with depression, insomnia, anxiety, PTSD.
PTSD is a big one, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Something we don't see a lot of.
We don't see too much of
Oh, it just tastes so good. Right away, I have like not a dry mouth feeling, but like just like it tastes like I've got like a silky coating around my whole mouth right away.
Very interesting.
Something I wanted to say about our last week's episode. What did we smoke again last week? Was it a Royal City episode?
What did we do? No, we did the Oregon Golden Goat.
The Golden Goat. That's right. When I left, my eyes were so itchy.
Really?
Yeah, not something that I ever like really noticed when I'm smoking weed, but I was leaving. I was just like, my eyes were so dry, almost to a point of hurting. They were so dry, actually.
it. Visine time.
All right.
Yeah, we're into it now, man.
We are into it. Yes. All right. So they're saying, yeah, that this was this THC dominant strain was designed to kick hard, so be mindful when dosing. For the experienced consumer, its effects will uplift your mood and bring a deep relaxation to your body, providing a gentle nudge to sleep. People report it useful for chronic issues surrounding pain and sleep. As the name suggests, Meat Breath has a reputation for being very pungent. It is. It will smell earthy and sweet, but also give off a distinct diesel smell. To put it simply, it smells dank.
Dank. If anyone out there doesn't like, if you're not familiar with like, not overly familiar with weed, if you don't know what dank really means, get yourself some Meat Breath. This is what dank weed smells like.
This is, yes.
Frickin' dank, bro.
Both the smell and the flavor tend to linger, So be sure to consider that when partaking.
Yeah.
All right. So the parents of this one were the Mendo and the Meatloaf. Mendo Breath, I've never actually heard of before.
I've never heard of either of them, actually. This is like a brand new weed family I'm getting introduced to right now.
Do you want to try reading one?
I would love to read one, man.
Okay, let's see you read one.
Go for it, bro.
All right.
Mendo Breath is an indica marijuana strain made by crossing OGKB with Mendo Montage. Is that Montage?
Yeah.
Beautiful. This strain produces an euphoric high with powerful body effects that help relieve pain and discomfort. Mendo Breath smells like sweet vanilla and caramel. While it may be tempting to smoke this strain during the day, it is important to save it for after work or before bed. Growers say Mendo Breath comes in dense, frosty buds and has an average flowering time of 60 days.
Wow.
Days.
How was that?
That was good. That was really good.
Thank you. I stumbled on a couple words, but
I think I'm fired. So, you know.
Yeah,
you did a great job.
No, we've all got such different vocal personalities.
different timbers.
Different timbers, different timbres, different
I'm not sure how to say that
different
word.
levels of breathiness.
Tambourines. Check
I
this
want
out.
to do more reading now. This is great. I love that.
Well, go for it, Bo. Tell people about Mendo breath effects.
Well, I mean, the Mendo breath effects, I'm not really reading anything here. I'm just looking at them, but seeing kind of the same thing as with the meat breath we were just looking at. Relax is way up there. 76% of people report feeling relaxed.
Yeah.
Happy's a big one. Sleepy's another big one. Euphoric, uplift. I love it. It's like happy, euphoric, uplifted. So you feel good.
It's
You
a good
can-
time.
You can just say good, and yeah.
I'm surprised nobody put down
100% of
giggly.
people report feeling good. Yeah.
Yes.
But sleepy, yeah. It's not something that I'm new to this weed, so I've never really thought of this as a sleepy weed in my short time with it. I guess I could see that, but yeah, I definitely get a lot of the euphoric, uplifted silliness of this weed. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm half a joint in right now, and I'm already feeling like good.
Yeah, the burn is so nice on it as well.
Oh.
It's not running away on me. The ash is super consistent. It's really making me S my S's.
Yeah, it's probably the first joint I've lit on the show that didn't like fucking canoe on me in like the first 2 seconds. The whole way
Hey.
through, it's burning nice and smooth. Also, I'm getting better. So
Better at the light.
better with the light, better with just taking it easy on it. I'm a cigarette smoker. Like I smoke a lot. So when I'm smoking a joint, sometimes I get into that habit of just firing it up and just sucking away on it, which makes it, kind of burn out of control. So I'm learning to like have a really delicate touch. Okay, we got the meatloaf strain pulled up here now too. Who's gonna read this one?
70% indica, 30% sativa, and the rest by James.
Meatloaf is a rare indica dominant hybrid strain created through an unknown combination of indica hybrids, known for its super meaty flavor. Meatloaf brings on a heavy-hitting high that will leave you feeling sleepy and out of it in no time flat. Woo. The high starts with a subtle lift that fills the mind with a calming sense of pure happiness. As your mind settles into this blissful state, a heady effect will come over you, leaving you totally unfocused and pretty stoned. A relaxing body high accompanies this hazy state, leaving you sleepy and slightly sedated before you pass completely out into a deep and peaceful sleep. With these effects and its high 15 to 19% average THC level, Meatloaf is often chosen to treat those suffering from conditions such as migraines or headaches, chronic pain, nausea or appetite loss, and insomnia. Well, this bud is a super unique, meaty herbal flavor with a lightly sour diesel exhale. The aroma is of earthly herbs and sour diesel with a dank, spicy overtone that's almost like rotting meat. Meatloaf buds have oversized, fat, airy, dark olive green nugs with rich amber undertones, matching hairs, and a coating of clear crystal trichomes that are dripping with sweet syrupy resin.
Now, I got to say, I worked in a meat market. I worked as a butcher for like over a decade. I was wondering why they called it meat breath. I never got a smell of like rotting meat. I didn't know that was a thing until today when we got here reading this. I don't get a rotting meat smell necessarily. It's a very like acrid, like almost. It's a pleasantly unpleasant smell, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it smells so gross that I fucking love it.
Well, the similarity that I draw to the meat potency or meat pungency is when I open up the joint packages or this package and give it a whiff, it hits me with the same power as if I like was walking in the forest and tripped upon like a dead animal, right?
Cool.
Like that's the kind of the hit that it's got, where it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
there's death afoot.
Yeah. Totally. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. But it's great though. I'm feeling stoned already. I'm feeling good.
Oh, I wanted to bring one thing up here just before we go on to their social media and the GNOMESTAR page and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
It was really, really unique. I found like we had just gotten their pre-rolls, and their pre-rolls all had an S on the package, right? It's like a flat green label
Yep.
with an S at the top, surrounded in like a white shield almost.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're
And the
talking about,
brand
yeah.
is Shelter, but Shelter is a company, a parent company. That's the emblem there.
Yeah.
And they do so much stuff in their pre-rolls. They've got like 12 pages of fucking pre-rolls that they sell, because
Really?
these guys don't actually, and put it in the comments if I'm incorrect, or if you're with Shelter, Shelter Craft Co, or whatever their big name is, and reach out. But they're like a company that has small craft producers. They're almost like a network for all these craft producers to go through. So if you wanted to be a craft producer, but you didn't want to worry about dealing with the government, no, it's okay. If you didn't, that was like you essentially did the smoking version of shooting milk out your nose.
I did. Yeah.
I saw the
somehow
smoke coming
inhaled
out.
and exhaled at the same time.
That was fucking brilliant. That was brilliant.
I'm gonna get that in the close-up cam.
Yeah. But yeah, they if you were a grower, a small grower, and you wanted to legally like grow and sell and be a company and do all that kind of stuff,
Yep.
then they would be like, okay, we'll deal with everything that isn't growing, trimming, producing the plant. We'll deal with all the logistics,
export,
all the
paperwork,
all the export,
yeah.
all the paperwork, all the government, all the labeling, all everything.
So it sounds like they probably have a lot of people, a lot of small growers.
They've got
that
a bunch of
would
small
love to
growers.
sign up with them, yeah.
They've got a bunch of small growers that I've never heard of before, and it's really exciting.
We may have tripped onto a gold mine here, then, man. This is great.
But one of the brands that they've got under them is the GNOMESTAR. This meat breath was the first thing done by GNOMESTAR that was sent out to the public.
Really?
They're super, super new. But here, like, check out how good this is. This is on the sheltermarket.ca.
When I was going to say before you go on here that when I first showed up and I saw the site open, I thought it was Leafly at first, the way it's all kind of laid out with all this like description and stuff. I love that it's not. I love that it's like their website with all
Yep. If you're a medical patient, you can order straight off of here. I think anybody can actually order straight off of here and get it delivered and stuff. You just need to set up an account and all that kind of good stuff. But here they've got something that I've never seen before, where they've got all the information, but they've got lot 21 P27.
Oh, wow.
I was gonna
And
ask
then
about that.
lot 20 P97. We're smoking lot 21 P27. The lot 20 P97, I don't know if it's older or newer, but look at how minute the differences are. It's a different picture of the bud, a little bit lighter, 19.79. The percentages on the
noticed that.
trichomes are a little.
I noticed the trichomes
or
change, yeah.
terpenes, sorry, are a little bit different.
Yeah, terpenes.
But yeah, the picture, I'm like making sure the bud just isn't an inverted shot
So
of
it's
the
the same
bud.
bud, but they're showing different batches, different growths.
That's right. That's how. And this is another thing that I've
love this.
never ever seen before. See this little guy right here?
I was wondering what that was too. Yeah.
Yeah. Cannabis certification of analysis. Cannabis certificate. Cannabis certificate of analysis.
Cannabis certificate of analysis.
James,
it,
how about
you
you? You want to try too?
Cannabis certification of nurses.
All right, I got the job. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is beautiful. This is just it's literally like a certificate, like a letter of authenticity.
Yeah. It's got like these microbiology tests. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they're like checking for salmonella, E. coli, total yeast and mold counts, like all this kind of stuff, and it's giving all the specs. And I don't know, how much is allowed or what's acceptable, but the fact that they're being this transparent is phenomenal.
Well, it says conforms there under the evaluation side, and conforms means that it's within the guidelines. It would mean.
Okay, there you go. With these, the total THC, THCA, total CBD, CBDA, total terpenes, the breakdown, all that kind of stuff. Like it's pretty cool.
Zoom in,
It's
Jeff.
very cool, man. This is very cool.
There you go. Just for the crowd, so they can see. I've never seen this before either.
Wow, that's really cool, man.
Yeah. So this is out there. This must be out there for every weed on the market. Like, it sounds to me like this is a government kind of thing. And look at this, even signed off on the bottom. Like,
whoever signed off has the coolest signature on the earth, by the way.
yeah, that's a real good one.
That's so dope.
Moses.
This says Moses?
Moses.
Yeah, Moses, S-A, is that that is a dope signature. That's a really
It's
fucking
so
slick signature.
cool. I'm changing my name to S. Moses. I'm stealing
Moses.
and I'm stealing this signature.
Yeah, so this site is just phenomenal.
It's really cool, man. Yeah.
But with that being said, and we've got the little breakdown here of the terpenes.
I did see that. That looked good.
I did a little breakdown of the terpenes. I've got my little
Detective notepad.
my little notepad here with the antenna, wireless notepad.
Woo.
Yeah,
That's your detective name. Your detective notepad.
detective notepad. Nice. So remember last time we were looking at caryophyllene and it had the little B in front of it?
Yes.
That actually means that it's that B stands for trans.
It's
trans caryophyllene.
Cool.
So that's the pepper, the wood, the spice. This is the one, remember from last time, that's all about the health and not about the high. It's an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, helps with muscle spasms, pain relief. It's a great sleep aid, but it doesn't have any noticeable
That's right.
physical effects.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Then we've got...
And that's the high one on the list here.
That's right. That's right. So we've got the next one, and remember it was talking about like PTSD and shit, which we hadn't seen that
Exactly,
before.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, interesting, man.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Detective notepad at work. I love it.
I'm so into the case, my joint's going out. The next one on the scale was limonene.
Yeah.
Is that
I think you
correct
nailed it.
pronunciation?
Yeah, I
Limonene?
I believe so. I think I was calling
Okay.
it limonene last
Limonene.
week.
I was
That's
calling
what
it
it was.
limonene.
Yeah.
It's the lemon, the orange, the citrus, that zest. This one's an antidepressant, anti-anxiety, antifungal, gastric release or gastric relief.
Woo.
Some
Uncontrollable farting when you smoke it.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful
Yeah.
if you're leaving the house with this.
This is not a first date weed.
And this one will elevate your mood and definitely relieve your stress.
Were you having...
Relieve your stress.
Release
I
your
wrote down stress relief, and when I read it backwards, relieve
your stress.
Your stress.
Release
yes.
your stress through
Yes.
your...
Is this good if I just hold it right here, James? Is that good for my close up?
Well, then we got to go to Bo's camera, but yeah. Yeah. You got to tilt it. You got to pan it over. Like, yeah, there it is. There it is.
I was actually just trying to block the
know.
camera on this
I know.
one, but
Block out, Bo.
this Pharmacine 2, we had never talked about that before. The third terpene listed.
No, I did
Man.
notice there was like a lot of like hybrid terpenes we were looking into. Like I once we got into like the list of like the basics, it seemed like they could all be like kind of cross whatever, right?
This
There are a lot of subcultures, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. This one's really interesting too. It's normally found in turmeric, chamomile, quince, which I have no idea what quince is.
Nope, me neither.
And it's the primary terp in green apple skin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. It's one of the terpenes that is an insect repellent. Remember, we were talking about some are attractants
Yeah.
and some are repellents.
Yeah.
But it's also a terpene that aphids will, I don't know if they produce it themselves or if they gather it, but if they're getting like fucked up by predators or something like that, or they're in a bad spot, they're dying. Yeah, they like their death scream is a release of this farnesene 2 terpene as a danger signal to other insects to like get out of here.
that.
Like I've been saying, like death is afoot. Like with this weed, it's like fucking death is afoot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's wild.
Crazy, man.
But it's sweet, woody, herbal aromas, soothing mood.
So similar to the trans caryophyllene
Yes.
in like flavor profile.
Yes. Similar to the trans caryophyllene.
Caryophyllene.
Soothing mood, calming and sedative. It's pretty killer.
Yeah.
Yep. So those are the main 3, and then there are some other ones. It's also got a little bit of the linalool in it. The linalool.
I think it's a linalool.
Yeah, and that's lavender, rosewood, and birch. Sedating effects again, calming, pain relief, an antidepressant, and an anticonvulsive.
But more like if we're going flavor profile here with all these terpenes, a lot of very like woody, earthy kind of flavors and like smells. It's how it burns and how it tastes in your mouth too. Like I got that silky kind of coating around my mouth. It's almost like it's not campfire-y. It's not in a bad way, but it does taste very, very woody. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, I get on and off, almost like a barbecue steak kind of thing.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty good smoke. But yeah, let's move on to their page here.
Shit.
They've got such a cool little emblem. Their logo is so neat. You gonna make it there, buddy?
Yeah, this one's getting my throat.
This is the first time I've ever seen you like with the Jeff coughs. Like usually
It's getting my throat. Well, just like the last of that joint too is like getting really, really heavy on me, man.
It's because you're finishing it properly now.
Yeah, I know. I got in a little bit of trouble before I came here because I wasn't finishing my joints all the way, maybe.
Hey man, hey man,
Hey,
you
man.
gotta do the job you signed up to do, man.
I hate saying that because now I sound like a wuss. Like I'm just like like coughing out, but like
It's
a lot.
The last third of the joint is definitely a different technique than the first third of
is
the
that
joint.
passable?
That works for me. That works for
How
me.
so? How is
Oh,
it?
I'll keep you around. I'll keep you
There's
around.
nothing on there anymore. I smoked
That's
all
okay.
the- yeah.
That's okay.
Jeff, how is the last third of the joint different from the rest? Please explain.
It's so much thicker, the smoke. It's hotter, or it tends to be hotter. The cherry can be only so big when you've just lit the joint, but as time goes on, sometimes the cherry will extend and be bigger.
Exactly.
The hotter it is, the more it's gonna burn in that same amount of air. And also it's gonna be more resiny.
Yeah.
It's also, as you're smoking the joint, you're almost pre-vaping all the weed that's left in the joint with the heat that's coming through as well.
Oh, yeah.
Stripping all that THC and chlorophyll off the plant. I believe that's what it is. It's stripping the chlorophyll off.
Okay.
And then it gets to be, it tastes more burnt and more burnt the further you go down.
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
the weed, it's almost like smoking weed that's been through a vaporizer. I don't know if you've ever done that before.
I have, yeah. It's
Highly
not fun.
do not recommend.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I
That
did
was
it
a
one
long-
time,
that was a long
man.
time ago,
I
yeah.
did it one time. I was thinking that I could maybe quit smoking cigarettes by rolling out
Oh,
vaped weed
yeah, not
and just
that, yeah.
smoking that and getting nothing from it, right? I didn't think about the burnt taste.
Yeah.
And I just fucking lit it up and smoked it. Man,
That's
I had
horrible.
to go get like grape soda to take the fucking taste out of my mouth.
For me, it was like I
horrible.
just got an vaporizer for the first time. I was young, I didn't know what to do with it really right, and I was out of weed. I was dry, so I was wanted to smoke something quickly. It didn't have anything, but I was like, well, there's like still a little green left on the stuff I just burnt in the vaporizer, right? So like it should be good. It's probably still good. So I threw it in the bong and just like gave it a rip. Yeah, again, do not recommend to anyone out there.
Oh,
not,
no,
not,
it's-
not a smart move. Not a smart move.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's horrible.
Really, really bad.
It's the worst.
Maybe the worst thing I've ever smoked.
Yeah, you might as well just take a bunch of dry leaves from the backyard. and,
Worse
like, smoke
than
that. It's
smoking,
horrible.
worse than lighting a cigarette backwards when you're drunk and like being insistent with it.
I've never been insistent with that. I've done that.
I've gone
More
gone
times than I
back
would-
for
yeah.
like a second and a third light before.
Oh, I've never done that,
And just been
No,
yeah.
I know right away. I can smell it before I even like taste it.
Yeah.
I have done that more times than I'm proud to admit, though.
Oh man, it's the worst. And if it's
Sometimes
your,
not even drunk.
if
Sometimes
it's
I
your
just,
last
sometimes I just like
smoke-
put it behind my ear and forget which way it is, and just pull it out, pop it in, light it, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
are you kidding me? Yeah.
yeah, it's bad. It's
Is
no,
that considered
no fun?
a mole hoot? Would that be a mole hoot?
Be a
I've heard that term
fiberglass hoot,
Oh,
a
there you go.
mole?
a mole hoot. I haven't heard that term before.
Me neither. I like that.
Tobacco and weed.
Tobacco and weed.
Oh.
Oh, a mauler. A mauler.
Oh, that's the term
That's
the kids use.
that's when you're putting like the I've heard it called maulers. I've heard it called poppers. I've heard it
Poppers,
called
I've heard.
bangers.
Yeah.
I've heard it called the stupidest thing somebody can do. I've heard it called
Yeah,
called
never-
the most addicting thing you can do with a bong.
Never been my thing, man.
Yeah, it's aggressive. Hashtag aggressive.
No doubt.
Oh man. Okay, joint number 2. I'm just gonna get right into
All
this. now.
right. Yeah, there's
take a look at this website.
Their site's fucking dope. I'll let you navigate through it, James. Here.
Okay. Well, GNOMESTAR. Look at this. Hey, our focus. Our plants are grown in a mixture of cocoa and soil.
Oh.
Where
That's-
cocoa and soil.
That's
so cool.
fucking cool.
I did not know
That's
that,
really
yeah.
cool. I didn't know that either.
Where we consistently experiment to explore the true genetic expression of each plant. Our plants are then hand harvested. We talked about that and how cool that is. Dried over a double cool, 10 days slow hang drying process, and hand trimmed to maximize cannabinoids and terpenes within each flower. We then cold cure over several weeks to ensure a smooth, flavorful smoke every time.
Oh, that middle picture there is just fucking phenomenal.
Dope.
It
I
looks so
really
frosty.
want to have a master grower, master curist come and like educate us on like the ins and outs of like the cold cure and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm super intrigued by that kind of stuff.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
Carry on.
Who could we reach out to? Who do we talk to for something like to get someone like that on the show?
I don't know. I think we just
I
keep
hate
putting
my
it out
headphones
into the
against it.
universe, and they'll reach out to us.
They'll find us.
With the headphones, do you think it would be easier if the cable was coming from here across the table and just going up?
Maybe if it was on this
'Cause
side,
we
of me,
could-
it'd be better. If I just switched them to my, I'll put them backwards. I'll see what happens here.
It's gonna invert your sound. You're gonna hear everything inside out.
Everything's like out of phase now.
Yeah, out of phase. all the words are backwards.
I do like this better.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah.
Okay, this feels good. I'm happy with this.
Was that a Jack Black movie? Be Kind, Rewind.
It was, and it
Yeah.
was an awesome movie.
So great.
Yeah. I'd like to take this moment to tell you about a really cool cannabis shop here in Winnipeg. They're called Atomic Flower Cannabis. Atomic Flower Cannabis. I'll say it one more time. Atomic Flower Cannabis. They're on St. Mary's at 741, Unit 8, right across from the 7-Eleven. And you can get to them by taking Fermor and then going 1 block north, from Fermor on St. Mary's. They're open 7 days a week, 10 till 10, and they'll really send you in the right direction. We were dealing with Peter and Haley, and they really knew their stuff. Super discerning smokers. Everything in the store, they try themselves. They would smoke themselves. They'll never bring in anything that doesn't meet their standards, and they've got some good high standards. They know what's up. They really know what's up. It's the home of the $20 eighth and the $99 ounce, and all that stuff is good. They'll try it all. They've also got a very good selection of top shelf craft cannabis from all over the country. And if you really want something special, they even do special orders. So if you want a custom order, if you want a bunch of different stuff that they don't have in stock, they'll bring it in for you special. Again, that's Atomic Flower Cannabis, 741 St. Mary's Unit 8. Go see Peter, go see Haley, see any of the staff. The other cool thing is they're a fully bilingual shop, the only bilingual shop in all of Manitoba. So speaking English, speaking French. If your needs need to be met in a different language, go see them. They'll hook you up. Atomic Flower Cannabis, 741 St. Mary's, Unit 8. Go see them. They're awesome. I forgot that Danny Glover was in that movie.
And Mos Def.
Yeah,
man.
it was a great movie, and I think Jack Black helped write it.
No, Michael Gondry.
Okay, totally wrong.
Oh, okay.
I'm an idiot. What do I know?
However,
Nothing.
those types of actors, man, like a guy like him, he would just totally just like go off script and just make up stuff on the spot.
Yeah, he was very
That
much.
made
He was
the
very
movie.
much himself. He's very much like Jack Black in this movie, but it's a young Jack Black though too. You could tell he's like he's still kind of like working out his thing a little bit.
Great movie though.
It's interesting to hear about younger actors and where they were mentally and all that kind of stuff with their younger work.
Yeah.
Looking back at it from an older perspective.
I love hearing that kind of story, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some really, really cool stuff for them to go, yeah, looking back at it from now, like I was completely coming at it from this aspect or whatever, or my ego was here and I had no idea at the time. And it's a neat kind of introspection.
Yeah, hearing how like the perspectives would kind of change, right? And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want my jelly beans from Tropical Thunder. They're my jelly beans.
Tropic Thunder, man, great movie.
Tropical Thunder.
Tropical Thunder.
That's from Tropical Thunder. I saw an ad for that on the YouTube.
We should do a parody called Tropical Thunder.
A parody
of
Tropical Thunder.
The Tropical Thunder. Yes.
The Tropical Thunder. You guys remember Thunder in Paradise? I know you do.
No.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I knew he would.
What is Thunder in Paradise?
Thunder in Paradise was a movie that then got turned into a like action pack Channel 12 TV series through the 90s.
Okay.
Starring Stealth Boat and Hulk Hogan.
That's right.
Stealth Boat.
A stealth boat. Yeah, a stealth boat. This boat was like one of the stars of the show.
Oh god. Okay,
It
I
was
thought that was a person's name. Stealth. I was like, who the fuck is Stealth Boat, and why do I not know about this guy?
That sounds like a wrestler name for sure.
A Stealth Boat. Got
Yeah,
you.
a stealth boat.
A Stealth Boat.
Yeah, there you go. Thunder in Paradise.
Okay.
It was a TV series.
It was a TV series and a movie.
Also, Hulk Hogan. Why do I not know about this still?
This movie was fantastic. I think it was right on the heels of Suburban Commando.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
The description of the movie is awesome. It's literally one sentence.
Yeah, it's an elevator speech right there.
It says, 2 former Navy SEALs work as mercenaries with a high-tech boat.
I told you the boat is one of the stars of the look at the thing. The boat's the biggest thing in the fucking it's bigger than the name of the show. It's bigger than Hulk Hogan's name. It's
bigger than Hulk Hogan, which is crazy.
Yeah. Let's top rated episodes. Thunder in Paradise, Part 1. When the government cancels the order for a fleet of thunderboats. Huge speedboats with heavy armament and high-tech voiced computers with supreme navigational software. Ex-Navy SEAL Spencer and Hollywood Hulk Hogan and yada yada yada, and they
And
gotta
blah,
do
blah,
this stuff.
blah,
So yeah,
continue,
they
yeah.
steal one of these boats. That's how they get the boat. It's a thunderboat. Huge speedboats with
Oh,
heavy armament.
Is that why it's called Thunder in Paradise? Cause
Yeah,
it's
because
a
it's a
thunderboat.
thunderboat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of
And it's
course.
like, but it's like a scarab. It's like a scarab speedboat, like
Okay.
one of those go fast, like Miami style,
Yeah,
like cigar
totally.
boats.
Yep.
Cigar boats. Nice.
Yeah, that's the classic. The name is cigar boats or cigarette boats.
Miami Vice style.
And then it's just all like cased in. Like, can you type in just Thunder in Paradise
Yeah, man.
and then just go to Google Images?
I mean, you had me at Hulk Hogan though. I need to watch this now.
Perfect. Okay, there's
Take
definitely
over, bro.
gonna
Is that
be-
under the under the giant in that fourth picture there?
Oh,
Who is that?
probably. He was the arch nemesis of Hulk Hogan back in the day, man.
There we go.
Look at that.
There we go.
Look at that.
Yeah,
That's a beauty.
It said Thunder on the side.
That's a
yeah.
thunderboat, man. That's a thunderboat baby, dude.
There's yeah. I wonder if you can make this. Can you do like a pinch and expand? That's one thing I can't do with the mouse here.
Whoa.
Yeah, it had I think it had a jet ski that like shot out of it as well, and then they could like ride the jet ski.
Yeah.
And I think the jet ski like came into the back and docked as
Nice.
well.
Yeah,
which,
man.
Which is, that's hilarious. That's hilarious that it naturally went there as a segue to one of the videos that I've got for later. But that's funny.
Well, do you want to do the video now or what?
Let's see. This is a pretty wild video. It's called Biggest Balls Heli version. So
Biggest balls heli version.
yeah. So I'm just gonna
Do we want to give
So-
people sound on this or no?
no sound on
Copy
this.
that.
We'll hear the sound, but not
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
So this guy is just like showing what he can do with a helicopter here with a big Chinook helicopter.
I dig it.
And he just kind of lands it in the water because why not, right? You're a helicopter, you can hover. So obviously, why not hover with the ass end, like,
Yeah,
a foot
sure.
in the water?
I don't know.
So
I would say if someone asked me why not land the helicopter in the water, I'd be like, well, there's probably a lot of reasons not to land it in the water.
you can land it in the water as long as you don't turn it off. You got to
Yeah.
keep it going. You just hover
I just feel
with
like-
a little bit of bottom in the water.
I know
but-
what you're saying,
but
I just
there
still
is a
feel like
practical
helicopters
application
and
for
waters.
this.
I like my helicopters far away from the water.
There is a practical application for this.
Okay.
And let me show you what it is.
Is that a Chinook, by the way?
It is
looks
a
like
Chinook. It is
hey,
a Chinook.
I got it right.
Yeah.
Check it out.
So you can make this big and put us small somewhere.
Yeah,
in
it's
the-
already there, bro.
Okay, you're the man.
Look at that.
Yeah. So he just kind of like, pulls it up, drops it in. They open up the back. This is from inside.
Whoa.
Yeah, sonicboom.com has crazy fucking videos. Go there and check them out.
That's so fucking cool.
So
That's rad.
they just do this, and you think like, why don't you jump out of the helicopter if you're going to get out into the water? But it's maybe not something coming out. Maybe
Wow.
it's something coming on.
Holy smokes.
And
look
they
at
just
that.
fucking, yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
That is
I
RAF.
thought you would like that. Yeah.
Rad
yeah.
as fuck.
That's awesome. Man, that's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the Biggest Balls helicopter version.
I was wrong. Helicopters and water totally go together, man.
You've been convinced, Bo?
I've been
I love it.
convinced. I'm converted, dude.
And the other side of that would be this video that I found right afterwards, which is fucking just insane, but it's also big balls going the other way. And it's like, how do you get? They're not even getting like out of a helicopter. They're so. This is in a C-17, which is like a heavy duty airplane.
Okay.
Like a big Hercules, like freighter cargo plane, right? So this is inside the airplane, and so you can see like a bunch of dudes, and they've got a boat here on a skiff. They've got another
Yeah.
boat back here on a skiff.
I can see the name too, so I think I know what's coming up. I want to
Oh,
see
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
The guy in the front
These
looks-
guys are
the
just
guy in the front
trying.
looks kind of
They're
terrified.
just
actually.
trying not to smile on camera.
Oh.
But just this is oh man, the engineering behind this and like the fun. Like you heard a guy go woo. Yeah. So this is like from the back.
With a
There's
parachute.
the parachute pack. See the ship right down in the water there? How high up they are?
Okay, yeah.
So this is considered a low altitude, low velocity drop.
Whoa.
Yep. And it's just
Can
like
you rewind that? Sorry, I just want to give it to the viewer just that moment. There it is. Perfect. We got it.
yeah, you can just let her run from here. Yeah, Air Source with 2 eyes as well on YouTube. A fucking crazy military fucking like on the job videos and stuff. But so fucking badass. Like there's nobody in the boat.
Yeah.
But they've got to figure it out where the boat can just land and take that. And now all the fucking dudes run up and they're just like, my boat.
Oh, they're just going after the
But
boat.
but
That's
look at
hilarious.
how the air hits them when they
Yeah,
leave.
man.
And then it's bam. And it just like
Drives
just
them right upwards. Yeah.
oh man. Imagine what that feels like.
Have you guys
And then
ever
the best
skydived?
job,
that must take wicked core strength. Sorry, but to like
the
hold
best
your
job
body
here
like that, man.
is the guy who goes up and he's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, yeah. No, they're all out there. All right, shut the back. We got them all. Yeah, we'll show that again, just them going out the back.
Man, that's so cool, though. I want to see these boats land in the water, though, now.
I know. I was trying to find that video, but I couldn't find it.
Because there it looks like it's going to fall upside down.
Yeah. And then, woohoo!
Yeah, you can see the air hit them and they just go
Yeah.
flying.
Like for a moment, they're in that pocket behind the airplane where they're not affected
as soon
by
as they're out of
the
it,
world
yeah.
around them, and then it's just like reintroduction to reality.
Wow, man, that's so cool.
And then the
Yeah.
counter, he's coming
Yeah.
up.
I love that.
Priceless.
Yeah. Like I don't know, maybe
Just in
he's-
case there's a guy hiding in the bathroom. He's like, I don't want to
Well-
jump. I don't want to jump today. I don't want to jump.
I wonder now thinking about it. Before I was just thinking it was funny, but I wonder now if he's actually counting open parachutes to make sure that
Probably.
everybody's parachute opened.
Yeah.
Because they
Oh.
probably, I doubt that they've got parachutes they open themselves. I think they've got parachutes that once you leave, it just goes, and then there will be a secondary.
You think so? Yeah.
I think so. I think
There's-
they're open almost immediately.
Okay.
There's always a secondary parachute, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, or a triple. Yeah, I've seen some crazy videos of like near deaths with parachutes, and people like one video of a guy like his parachute was all like wrapped up. It looked like it was only this far away from his body, and he was just going like this. And like,
Oh man.
there was video, I'll try and find it again, but there was video from his perspective, a helmet cam, and it's just like shoo, 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 and just going down right into these bushes. And then it goes to his buddy who's like parachuting down, watching him do it,
Yeah.
and then lands right there and goes over to the guy, and the guy's like, like
man.
in these bush, but he landed in what looked like super supportive, soft stuff. But then as his camera comes on, you're like, oh, all those vines and everything have like spikes on them. It just like landed in like a room this size, this deep of just like the craziest like rose bushes or but it's water right here, ocean right here, and like land with the bushes right there. And he was like, 40 feet from the ocean. Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah. But just, I would be surprised if you wouldn't lose consciousness on the way
Well,
down
I was
just
gonna
from
say,
the
like,
spinning,
how,
right?
Like, how out of it would you get just spinning around
Oh.
that fast, man? Like,
yeah.
G-forces.
Like, even watching on a video, I was gonna say I would probably get sick just watching that. Like, actually feeling that force, man. Like, oh god.
There is a documented case of someone, it's probably in the last 10 years, maybe 15 years, where a fellow was skydiving, parachute didn't open. He literally fell from whatever, 10,000 feet or whatever, and he survived. Broke all the bones in his body, but he survived.
How?
Yeah.
How do you not just? How does your body not just blow to pieces when you hit the ground? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Oh, how do you? Oh, do you even want to survive that? Fuck.
I know, right? Man.
What do you think the highest? What do you think the highest distance is that you could like jump into water without like really fucking yourself up?
20
Like,
feet.
Like how many feet?
Me personally?
No, like I mean a person.
A person?
Like even a skilled diver. Just
Well, 10
what
meters is-
height? What height do you think it is where no matter how good you are at
It's gonna
entering the
hurt?
water, it's gonna fuck you up?
Well, 10 meters is like professional diving.
Oh, so I was way
Right.
off.
Yeah. 10 meters is
Is a high dive.
is like a high dive. But then there's
I'm sure people go higher already, right?
oh yeah.
So
oh,
like,
yeah.
what do you know as like being the max or kind of like the max height that people do regularly? Because that's not going to be it, but I'll make an estimate based on that, and then we can look it up. 'cause
Cliff
that's the
diving.
answer.
The highest one, we don't even have to look it up. I've got the stuff, but the highest that people do regularly now is 100 feet.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
Which is 100 feet is
That's
okay.
like 30 meters.
30 meters. Okay.
Ish.
Ish.
Yep. I've personally done 45, maybe 50 feet.
What?
And that was like in the air for like a 3 count.
Yeah.
And like you accelerate and then you stay there for a moment before you hit the water.
Yeah.
And
got
I did
shivers,
it
man,
with
yeah.
shoes on. And I did it twice. The first time that I did it, this was at Thetis Lake in BC. And the first time that I did it, you've got to run and jump to like clear like the cliff is up here, right?
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes out and goes down. There's a couple of like scraggly trees that grow out and you got to clear some distance, right? And so I ran and jumped out and like brought my knees up and grabbed my feet, but I started like pulling myself off axis as I went. So I hit the water, like I was still grabbed onto my feet. So I had my arm down. Luckily it wasn't up. But I entered like on my side and on my stomach and it knocked the wind out of me a bit.
course,
And
yeah.
it was a little painful, but I had to,
dude.
so I had to go up and do it like again. Right. Like immediately. And that time I just ran and just jumped straight out and just like tried not to like roll down the windows as I go and just entered the water and it was totally fine. But I was wearing,
I wouldn't even done this the first time though. Even like it's crazy. That's
Same
crazy.
here.
dude, there was this kid with a mohawk there who couldn't have been older than 17 years old. And he was like on the spot where I was, there was one more little rock outcrop that went up, and then there was this tree growing out of it. And the tree was only about this big around, and it grew up about 15 feet. And it had like some 2x4s like nailed into it, like going across kind of like a ladder. And he would go up to the top of this tree and get it swaying, right? Get it moving back and forth and use it to like shoot out. So he was jumping from another maybe, I don't know, 15 to 20 feet higher than where I was jumping from.
That's awesome.
But he would be, this was his head, and he would be on the tree branch going back and forth, and he would go out, jump off, and then huck a big backflip. And it was so hard for him to initiate that spin, right? Because he was moving out, and then he had to use all his core and everything to go around. And he needed like every inch of that height to pull that fucking spin, that backflip off into the water. It was fucking wild to see that
insane,
shit.
man.
But he was there all the time and just like, you know, that was his summer spot. He was just fucking around on the cliffs. And
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, a little kid, no fear, right? And but the regular high dives now are 100 feet, and they don't do them very often.
Yeah.
The record for the highest ever done, injury free, is 172 feet.
Holy smokes.
And I've got some videos for a future episode. I've got a whole 30-minute ABC Wide World of Sports coverage of the event from 1983. Wow. On like tape.
Of the guy doing that jump?
Of the competition where they do it. Yeah. And it's, man, we're gonna do that at some point in time, break that down
We have
and do it. But then let me see if I've got it. Do I have IDs? Yeah. Okay. So this is.
Look. Oh, man, that scares me from the bottom looking up at that thing.
So this is this is like years later, and somebody tried to reset the record at 177 feet.
Wow.
That's what this is?
That's what this is.
Cue when ready, Jeff, and I'll send the
So you
feed.
say someone tried to break the record?
And let her go.
Oh my gosh.
I hate every part of this.
Yeah, I would not do this.
I'm so
There's no
scared.
way.
I'm so scared right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would
Where
you
is he?
prefer to land on your feet or on your diving head?
The only way you can do it is on your feet. You cannot do
I
it.
see it.
You cannot do
I
it
see.
another way.
But he fell on his back.
Well,
he not?
he entered feet first, but he was a little bit in a seated position, kind of almost. Let me see if I can just get it the right spot. So
okay, not bad.
Yeah, he
you
landed
know,
on his
but
feet.
he lands on his feet, but he hasn't. Wow, I can't believe I paused it there. He's just
Yeah,
making
nice
contact with
timing.
the. That's
The
like,
water there, yeah. Just a little bit of splash up.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
fucking,
believe you did that
that's
either.
fucking
Holy
wild
shit, dude.
timing. So you can see though where his head is down, his back is like bent
His
a little
arms are
bit.
down,
His
tightening
arms are
up.
down, and entering the ground here, he's not fully.
I also want to point out he's like 5 feet from the shore. So like, how deep is this water too? Like the crowd is right there in front of him. Like they
I
can
know.
reach out and touch him right now.
Yeah, somebody just gives him a $5 on the way
Exactly.
in.
If you take a look, though, look at the wood around the edge. It almost looks like the water's dammed up. If you think about it.
Well, he was up on a huge cliff, so I
Yeah.
don't know if this is in a quarry or
Copy
just
that.
a deep
Didn't it
spot
say
of the river
Brokeback
that goes
Mountain?
through.
Is that what it said? look at the name of the video again.
I made the name of the video.
Oh,
Well done.
That's the name of my file in there, of course. But
brilliant.
so
I was like, I guess that's a real place, and this is where it was shot. Was Brokeback Mountain? Cool.
yeah. But no,
Had
I
me
said
fooled.
that. I said that because he, you know,
Because he broke his back.
yeah, you fucking got
I
it.
got it.
Yeah.
So did he
No,
actually?
you thought it was gonna be because the wire just fucking.
I just thought it
pounded
was
him in
where it
the
was shot.
ass.
I don't know. I didn't know any better. I was pretty ignorant.
Did
So-
he actually get paralyzed or?
No, he just
Okay.
broke his. He just broke his back.
He just
He's
broke his
fine.
back,
He's
yeah.
totally fine.
Oh my gosh!
He's totally fine. He jumped again. You know, sometime later.
Wow, that's nuts. So
Yeah, and he's able to sit up to there, but you know,
Oh, good,
Just
good.
don't ask him to wiggle his toes.
Yeah.
And we'll all go home happy.
Well, so he tried to break the record by 1 foot, is what you're saying.
No, by
Four-
5 feet.
5 feet.
Five.
Yeah.
5 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, 172 to
72.
177.
Yeah, I was a schnauzer.
Yeah, and this guy thought that it would be wise to go off the top of this mountain here for the world record ski jump.
Oh my god.
That's-
255 feet?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
This is happening.
Yeah, but into snow, right?
Is that better than water?
Yes.
Is it actually?
I would think so,
I
yeah.
think so. So, yeah, player from here, unless you already
Yeah,
have.
yeah, I got you guys all queued up here.
So he's like, "Oh, I'll just do it. You know, it doesn't look that bad. I'm kind of landing on it downwards. The snow's really soft. I got my Red Bull. Like,
Jamie
is
Pierre.
there anything? Yeah, hats off to Jamie Pierre. Is there anything in the world that's dope with sports that Red Bull isn't involved with,
Right.
other
Here we
than
go.
like MMA.
Yeah.
No
Look
way.
at that.
But it's so high that like
oh, he
yeah,
loses.
it spins him backwards. It spins him backwards because I think his skis start acting like wings.
Yeah, exactly.
And his backpack.
He's wearing a backpack though too. I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like he tries to go down, but yeah, it's a hard thing to do.
That's heavy.
But that's him skiing it out.
That's
He's
him
totally
skiing it
fine.
out.
Totally
That's him?
fine. Yep.
Yeah.
All good. All good.
He's skiing out.
Okay, can we take a quick 2-minute break here and come right back? Do you guys mind?
I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Cool. Exactly as planned.
You're empty.
I'm totally empty. Yeah.
Plumbing
All
function.
right.
I'm a little guy. If I'm drinking coffee, if I'm drinking a beer, if I'm drinking anything at all, it's just gonna run right through me. Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, here we are, 2 joints in. I'm feeling really good right now.
You've had 2 joints?
Yep.
Oh man, I'm just rolling up my second. I rolled the first one for me big, but I tried to roll yours a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My second one went really quickly.
I'm trying to figure you out and see what it takes to show Bo a good time.
I mean, the way you rolled them tonight have been great. They're smoking like really, really well. They're not too long, which means I can smoke mine at my pace, smoke a cigarette in between, and we're kind of on pace here. Yeah.
Good,
No, you're
good.
winning me over with these, baby. Don't worry about it.
Right on. Man, I was watching Tom Talks today with Andrew Santino,
Okay.
and they were talking about people who smoke a lot of weed. It was really interesting because literally tonight at midnight, our episode goes up where it opens with you asking Tom Segura to be on the podcast and me pretending to FaceTime him, saying that I'm going to FaceTime him.
Okay, I totally forgot about that.
And us saying how Tom would never be on our podcast. And then him and Santino are just like, yeah, so those people who just like their entire identity is weed. Like you go to their Instagram and it's just like a picture of a joint, a picture of weed, a picture of them smoking weed. Oh, wow, I'm so high. This is weed. And like all that kind of stuff. They're just ripping on those kind of people. And
Cool.
yeah. So I was thinking like, man.
So you're
that's-
saying there's a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, they're old men, you know, they can't hang with the youth.
Old men and wise men.
Very
To
true.
be fair, this would be hard to keep up with for a lot of people. It's hard for me to keep up with this sometimes.
Well, one thing that they brought up was the Dabbin' Granny. I think that's what her name is.
The Dabbin' Granny.
The Dabbin' Granny, or Granny Dabs, or something like that. She's on Instagram, and she's it's so hilarious, man. She's this awesome like older hippie woman who just does dabs on Instagram.
Oh, great.
Massive dabs all fucking day long.
I don't do
And-
that, so like it just amazes me seeing some of these people go for it, dude.
And the way they break it down and start talking about it, and then Santino actually comes up with it faster than I made the connection. That she's got all the same like mannerisms and everything as like Joey Diaz with his like periscopes and his smoking joint videos and whatever,
Okay, yeah.
and all of her things, and it's like she's like the elderly lady version of Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
And it's
So Joey Diaz.
it's
yeah.
fucking, it's hilarious. Everybody should definitely go and check her out, and maybe we'll bring her up after.
Yeah, I wanna see her, man,
after.
yeah.
We'll try and remember that.
Cool shit.
But that being said, looking over my shoulder here without looking over my shoulder, how you doing there, James?
Hello, everyone. I am currently being hotboxed by these gentlemen, and so far, so good.
Yeah, you feeling pretty good?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling good enough to talk about some financials, about the GNOMESTAR Craft Inc. It used to be Votis or Votis probably Pharmaceuticals Inc.
Okay.
And they changed over a few years back. Craft cannabis producer. They're based out of Delta, BC, in Canada. Woohoo! And the company was issued a standard cultivation license and standard processing license, blah, 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 in January 31, 2020. So they're pretty sort of new on the scene. They operate a 12,000 square foot indoor facility growing proprietary cultivars for the adult use recreational cannabis market. At full capacity, the Delta facility will yield approximately 1,500 kilograms of craft cannabis annually. To our American friends, it's 2.2 per kilogram pounds, so that would be 3,400 pounds, 3,800 pounds. Yeah. Their stock currently...
I trust them. I trust them.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm doing my math on the fly here. Their stock is just closed at 6.5 cents. And now there was a rally back in April, right before, it's crazy, April 20th, 420. So many stocks, like across global indices and stocks, they just all dropped majorly. And like the cannabis market in terms of stock valuations was up like crazy before that. But in this company's case, they were up to 10 cents. But think of that. That's 3.5% decline in less than...
Why was there a drop
basically month.
before 420?
You know what, to be honest with you, I don't actually know, other than the fact that it's probably trend investing, where it's just like people are waiting for market reports on like what sales are leading up to 420, and if sales aren't as good as you expect because it's big time 420,
Yeah.
boom, then like they'll just like sell shares like crazy. That's
Okay.
just the way it's just. I think it's honestly like just trend investing.
I got you.
Yeah. And GNOMESTAR, so they, if you want to buy their shares, I think you got to spend at least, you got to buy at least something like 13,000 shares at a time or something like that to get your bid price, which is another thing. To get a price you want, you have to like buy it, like you have to do a bid of like 13,000 shares or something, which in this case, 13,000 times 6 cents is... What is that? That's $1,900 or no. That's $190, I think. Yeah, something like that. It's $8,000. Anyways, so there's that. I just figured I'd highlight that. This is the company we're talking about. They had a new press release here. I'll pull it up on the old feed. They have a new operations team leader and quality assurance specialist. The company is pleased to announce Brittany Lynn Laming, not sure how to pronounce the name. It's craft cannabis operations in BC. She joined the GNOMESTAR team with more than a decade of experience working with cannabis, starting in 2010. I love this about this. 2020, baby. Yeah. Now, she was an advocate for patient rights, okay, or whatever pronoun is. With an educational background in chemical laboratory technology, see, you guys are hotboxing me like crazy already, and biochemistry.
That's awesome.
Her research has focused on the medicinal properties of compounds present in cannabis pathology, and integrated pest management. As an early leader in the industry, she spent many years training other cultivation technicians and production workers at facilities in Ontario, such as Tweed Inc., Weed MD Company, Majardin Group, Natural Medco, and Northern Green Canada Inc.
Cool.
And
Cool.
they are on a path to recruit specialized people, this GNOMESTAR company we're talking about, to take our offerings to the next level, and are proud to have Brittany on our team. Her knowledge and experience is recognized by some of the best master growers across Canada. Pretty cool.
Cool. Can we see Brittany's Instagram at some point in time? I want to see if there's like crazy like shots of plants and like there might be some...
I will try to find it for all y'all.
Some good shots of plants.
Yeah, I will try to find it for all y'all. Just another economic report here, quickly. After a strong rally to begin 2019, so this is going back a bit, but I thought this was interesting. The cannabis sector experienced a sharp decline over the next year to unprecedented levels due to several negative developments, including the CanTrust fraud, the surprise termination of Bruce Linton as the CEO of Canopy Growth. That was big news, actually. A disappointing rollout of legalization in Canada. Took a bit. Regulatory confusion in the U.S. regarding CBD, which actually is still plaguing some states, actually, believe it or not. and a slow rollout of legalization in California. The vaping crisis as well, because all this talk about vaping, is it cool, is it not? And then financial turmoil and market disruptions due to COVID-19 pandemic. The sector saw capital available to fund expansion dry up, a situation that continues to leave companies operating with negative cash flow severely challenged as the availability is limited to stronger operators. Now, we have covered this in past episodes where there's a lot more financial, like there's a lot more incentivizing, there's a lot more funding going to companies. They're raising more money. They are going in debt. But, you know, it's at least there's capital out there. And we talked about it as well. Companies that have had negative success in the past, they're switching to premium flower. And I think that's going to be the trend we're going to see going forward.
Man, all the brands associated with that shelter company, they're all craft cannabis producers. They're all small batch. They're all premium.
I want to look
stuff.
more into them at some point. Yeah, absolutely. Like all their brands and stuff. I want to see some of that.
Yeah, I got some other pre-rolls from them, and tried a couple other strains, and yeah, they were great.
And also, we said we were going to look more at their at the social media now too for this company, weren't we? Or so, at least at their website or something too.
Yeah, after James was done, we've got their.
Sorry,
website,
I was trying to cut anything off. I thought that was the end of it. Yeah, we can keep going though. That's
Well,
cool.
I prepared lots for today, but we don't have to cover it.
No,
we
can definitely keep going. We can
Yeah,
definitely
what
keep
else did you have?
There's
What else
just
did
a
you
break
have
in there.
for
I
us?
thought that might have been the end of it, but yeah, that's absolutely cool, man. Yeah.
Well, you know, I think it's important to do a weekly report on the stock indices going on. You know, for the last week, we'll even look at 5 days here.
Did you say stock indices?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
That's what this is.
It's not indexes.
Yeah. Well, when you say it in pluralization, it's indices.
Man.
Index means indices if it's many indexes. Yeah. It's like the group of all the indexes.
Oh, I see it there. Indices.
Yeah. Nice.
Man, when I first moved here,
Crazy.
I remember telling somebody that I was like, yeah, and then I was driving down Langamodiri,
Yeah.
and
I thought he was trying to say industries and fucked it up, and I was just going with it.
Back to you in the studio, James.
Indices.
Indices.
I was like, that's cool. You can just
Indicas?
get the T's out.
Did they spell indicas wrong? Is that what they're talking about?
Indicas, yeah, exactly. That's actually, maybe they should rename that. So the global cannabis stock index, it's down 1.51% as of today. This is the latest reporting. American's Cannabis Operator Index down 0.38%, Ancillary Cannabis Index, and I do believe that's just like additional companies that could be considered. Like, I'll look into that, what that actually means. Honestly, that's one thing I didn't double check. But it's probably going to be like a combination of like top market companies that have like 25 million plus in growth or in like quarterly operational income. Because $25 million in quarterly operational income in terms of revenue and sales is a marker. To be on certain indexes. And in Canada, our cannabis Canadian LP index down 0.54% today. They're rebounding still from 420. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Now, one thing that I was thinking about with the well, that was super Canadian. One thing I was thinking about.
What was super Canadian? I didn't catch that.
Oh, one thing that I was thinking about was.
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah,
that's even more Canadian, I think.
And it just got legalized in New York. So what's that going to do to the market? Yeah.
It's going to blow the market up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to blow the market up.
That's so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Canadian cannabis sales grow 74% in February.
Hey, I'm smoking here.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, the Canadian cannabis sales grow 74% in February to 263 million. That's like huge, man.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I know it's Canada, like the U.S. You know, I'll try to find numbers on that, but this like the growth is just really popping, and so that's why there are a lot of companies that are just like you know, venture capitalists types of companies that are just like, yeah, we are going to send you guys money. Let's leverage the shit out of this because the opportunity is now. And so that's what's happening out there. Signing off.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, man. I feel so bad for cutting you off there. Yeah.
Oh, it's all good.
You'll get over it.
We both.
I'm also super happy the stomping upstairs ended now.
That was hashtag aggressive.
Hashtag aggressive. Dude.
Yeah, that only happens. I'd say maybe once every 3 weeks.
The broomstick.
I don't think it was a
No, that was
broomstick.
like
I think it was a kid
rhinoceros?
running around, or I don't know, maybe
A mom
some-
chasing a small kid.
I don't know. Something fell over. I've heard things fall over before up there.
Yeah,
Like-
it sounded
like-
like stomping. It sounded like
Like
it sounded like intentional stomping is what it sounded like.
Well, sometimes that's how you like control a kid. You stomp on the ground, like, "Hey, quit freaking out."
Yeah. Who knows? Or if you're, you do it from time to time, and then you're like, oh, I didn't realize I did that, but I was really, jazzed up with my headphones on, listening to my favorite tunes, and then I'm doing bang, bang, bang.
Right? Yeah, stomping.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Totally.
I want to light up number 3, but I'll be way ahead of you then. I think I might just take it easy for a little bit here.
Yeah. Well, you do you, man. That's all good.
You know what? Just for perspective,
It's not a race.
I know it's not a race. I just don't want to. I don't want to be that far ahead of you. I don't want to. I don't want to be waiting for you.
Oh, okay. So it is about you. I was gonna say I appreciate you thinking about me. You're
It's
like,
all about me. For
I don't
sure.
want to be waiting for
It's
you.
all about me. Yeah.
I will say this in perspective, though. Just another financial thing popping it up. So Canada had 263 million or whatever. Michigan alone, cannabis sales soar 179% to a
Holy
record 146. That's in one state compared to Canada. That's not sola, man.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. There was a huge bust a little while ago too.
I didn't hear about this.
I saw something of it through a Facebook feed or something like that.
A bust of what kind? Like who got what got
Like
busted?
like police busting like a major like drug moving operation, like west to east kind of deal.
Okay.
I thought that was meth and cocaine, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I read that story. That was like from the last few days or last week.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was-
because can this kind of stuff get busted? Like, is this?
No,
yeah.
but the black market definitely affects the
yeah.
allowable market, right?
Okay.
You've got to think like there's tons of people out there who, like, I guarantee there's tons of people out there who never stopped buying from their person, right?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
And more the Johnny Law's been shutting down the main shipping leagues and like that kind of thing, right? And so eventually it's going to come a point where there's little to no black market left, or because it's so difficult to negotiate and financially doesn't make sense anymore for the prices, or the risk isn't worth the reward, then will the black market have to increase its prices to still be a viable business for the people involved? And also because maybe through monopoly, because there's only one group left, if Johnny Law gets all the rest of them. Like, I'm just theorizing here.
Yeah.
But that kind of thing could really inflate the purchasing power into the legal market.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah.
There's a company here that is helping cannabis cultivators around the world scale faster, which basically means like really build their businesses.
Oh, I thought it was like
Yeah.
weigh their products.
No, just like scale up is the term, like to just like build a more efficient business. Yeah, that's basically what it means. Yeah. It's cool. There's a lot of growth happening out there, and to all the investors out there, hey, be careful. Don't take my advice. I'm not giving any advice, that's for sure. But there are opportunities out there in the world of the weed in terms of stock market investing.
Yeah, If things are they're low, then that's when you're supposed to buy, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Wouldn't that be nice if you could just predict it all the time? That'd be great.
Are there people using AI programs yet to try and predict the stock market?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
Probably,
sure that's
yeah.
happening. I'm sure.
I don't know anything about AI or stock market, so
No, me neither.
I'm
sure
personally
that's
not doing that.
Other than the fact that they're all based off of a number system.
Yeah.
One plus one equals two, man.
Well, or zeros and ones for an AI system.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this weed, James? Or Jeff and James, because you're also smoking it secondhand.
I'm hotboxed, yeah. There's Jeff's answer.
I'm really loving it, but it's like this is like a unruly 700 horsepower muscle car with old suspension and bad tires.
Ooh.
In a residential zone. I'm just like, I'm fucking scared to let it open, right?
What do you mean let it? Yeah.
Like it's taking me so long to smoke it because I'm not, like, right now I'm having a hard time speaking because I just ripped one and like kind of thrashed my throat a bit, and it is getting me from that standpoint.
Yeah.
But I've also been doing a lot of talking. My
Yeah,
focus,
you've been fine, yeah.
my focus is here and there, but definitely it's an uplifting. Like, I'm having a good time and really enjoying myself. But I can feel the body effects.
I can,
for sure.
yeah. Now that I'm aware of the indica, side of it, and I'm kind of like thinking about it that way. Maybe it's just because I'm thinking about it that way, but I feel like I can definitely get a sense of that now too. It's like the body effects here. I definitely feel super relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the pre-rolls because it got me into like a silly mood, and I love the 8th too because it's the same thing, man. It's the same product. It's getting me right in that like good place.
Yeah, I'd say that this is a mandatory one for the weed bar if you've got a weed bar. It's not one that I don't know that anybody else would ever do this, what we're doing with this weed. I don't know that I would ever do this with this weed. Like, I don't feel like I would need to.
No, I just let up the third joint here.
Mm-hmm.
Ending at joint number 2 would have been a great place for me to sit on for a while.
Mm-hmm. Now
yeah,
shit's gonna get crazy.
Now I'm getting fucking deep into it.
Yeah.
But like realistically, if I was just smoking this on like a night off with friends or by myself doing whatever, I could have done 2 joints and then I just would have like enjoyed that and coasted for a while.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna get fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I could have just done the one. Like,
Honestly, I smoked one of the pre-rolls. It's a 0.3 pre-roll, I think. It's not even a large thing, and that's good for me. That gets me in a silly, like, fun mood. That's where I want to sit.
man,
2 of these got me really good.
They do 0.3 pre-rolls, 0.5 pre-rolls, and 0.7 pre-rolls. The 0.7 pre-rolls I've had from that same shelter brand before, not knowing what they were all about. I'm trying to remember the strain. Ultra sour. I would get the ultra sour.
Oh, yeah.
And man, so good. So good. Yeah.
I love nice sour, yeah.
Oh, speaking of really good,
Nice sour.
Namaste is a brand that we should try.
I know Namaste, yeah.
They've also got an MK Ultra.
Ooh.
I think I've smoked their MK Ultra before because I've had MK Ultra in the past. And I know Namaste, they sell it at Tweed. I believe I've smoked this before. But I would do it again.
I haven't smoked their MK Ultra.
Okay.
But I've heard online good things about it.
I'm not sure that I have, but I feel like I may have.
But
let's do it.
it used to be a regular smoke for me, right? And now since starting the podcast, I've been kind of coming at things a different way.
I'm coming at
Being
things
more
yeah.
of an explorer and less of a just, serving myself.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, and I love that side of it too. Like I still go in and I buy like something on the cheaper side, like just like a backup stock, just to get me through if I'm dry on everything else. But I loved going in now and like getting like an 8th or a couple of pre rolls or couple of both, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, really exploring different kinds. Like I love just like the variety out there, man. It's fucking crazy. There's so many options, and like if you really get into them, like they're so different, and it's so much fun. Just like exploring with like different kinds.
Even if we were just doing one strain per grower per episode, and we never did the same grower twice, and we just did one strain from each one, we could still do this podcast for so fucking long.
1,000 years.
Like, there's always new ones coming out.
Absolutely.
And I'm really liking this this craft cultivator side.
Yeah,
the small
100%.
batches.
Small batches my way. I did want to talk about this weed a little bit more though too. Or not even talk about the weed, but the packaging is one of these glass containers that I love so much. I love the glass containers, dude.
You can keep them and like throw like soup in it, you know?
Yeah, you can put a soup in here. Yeah.
A sip of soup. Have a sip of soup.
Yeah.
Put your baby food in there.
There you
Totally.
go.
A little pablum.
Yeah.
You just get a little spoon and use your pinky.
Totally.
When was this packaged? I'm going to look at that.
They said they got their license in January 2020, so it couldn't have been long ago.
Yeah, no doubt.
Fucking April 9th, 2021.
Whoa, that's fresh.
That's brand new.
Certified
I'm telling
fresh.
you, man, when I saw the pre-rolls, I was like, I've never seen this. This is brand new. And here we are. Holy.
Yeah.
Look at us go.
Yeah,
Fuck,
that's
brand new.
Breaking news.
Yeah, shout out GNOMESTAR. Your meat breath is fucking dynamite. Tasty, man.
Tasty dynamite.
I love it. It's
Tasty
like,
dynamite.
it is one of my new favorites right now, man.
Let's check out their Instagram.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So they're getting a following. That's cool. They got some like cool shots. You know, everyone check out their Instagram, GNOMESTAR Craft, at GNOMESTAR Craft. Check it out.
I want to give them a quick follow right now, actually.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm not already.
So they're clearly proud of their packaging, which is great. And, you know, they're highlighting retail shops, which is great.
Well, yeah, they're not available everywhere.
Look at this guy right here. Ooh. Ooh-wee. Woo. Look at that, eh? The perps.
That's
the perp
really
terps.
nice. Oh, that's the meat breath close up.
There it is. That's what you guys are smoking.
Wow.
That's really, really nice.
That's fucking, that's badass.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah. Well,
They said they grow it in a mixture of cocoa and
Soil.
soil.
Yeah.
look at that.
So cool, man. Yeah, look at that bud, dude. That looks fresh.
Slick sandwiches.
Do they have any merch?
Let's check out.
Check out their website for a second.
Let's see. A lot of times, like, they'll just advertise on their own
On their
page.
page, yeah.
Let's just see if they got merch. Yeah, don't
see
see
anything,
anything.
They-
Well, you got to get
their-
on it, GNOMESTAR. If
Their
you do have
webpage is open too. Yeah, I think it's
There we go.
that one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they've got a
Products.
merch button right beside it. Merch.
Oh, my bad.
Fuck, James.
Jeez Louise, they got a nice hat. Check this out. His hat out.
Hats.
Way to deflect.
Oh my god, they got
That was
hats.
good deflection.
They got hats, frisbees, gnome
gnome
hats.
hats,
They have gnome
yes.
hats.
They got gnome hats. Look at that.
Do people buy
man.
them?
I'd buy one.
It's coming soon. It's all coming soon. They're brand new, man. Like these guys are just coming out. That's crazy. I had no
awesome.
idea they were this new though. Like wow.
I
Oh,
hate
some
to.
hoodies.
Oh, hoodies. I want to. Yeah.
Hoodies. Sunglasses.
I was checking out the Grump.
Oh, I like
video
the
today.
I love
sunglasses.
me some sunglasses.
And they got a grinder. That looks cool. I like that hoodie. That's really slick.
Yeah.
If
Their
you buy that
logo-
hoodie and you buy this hat, come on, and you wear that mask, yeah.
Okay, we gotta buy the hats. We gotta buy the hats.
Ooh,
for
they
an
got a nice
episode.
toque. That's a cool toque.
Yeah, that's nice too.
That's a slick T-shirt too. Yeah. Oh, coming soon, it says, people.
It's all coming soon, yeah.
So they are this new. That's amazing. All right, GNOMESTAR, get on it.
Now that we're gonna go to products before we went to merch, though, can we go back to that for a second, James?
Going for it.
Yeah,
Do they-
check out what,
what
they've
else
got
do they
for
have?
products.
Yeah. So the meat breath, that's number 1 right there.
Let me just set this up here. Yeah, meat breath, which you guys are enjoying currently.
Partaking in right now.
And then they got red Congolese.
Oh, shit!
You know about that or what?
Yeah, we've talked about
we
it in the
talked-
past.
yeah, we love
the
Congolese.
That was the. Remember, we were talking about
The land strains, or
the
land
land
races.
strains,
Oh,
the
yeah,
land
that's
race
right.
with the strain hunters that wasn't strain hunters. Where I was like, it's definitely this video, and then that wasn't
So-
the name at all.
Look at that. The red Congolese is a pure sativa cross between an Afghani landrace and a Mexican sativa.
And Congolese.
Congolese.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But that's gonna
my
have
goodness.
that's gonna have that fucking fabled THCV. Which
That's
is
right, we talked about that.
Yeah, which is the appetite suppressant, the metabolism booster. Yeah, I think it's got like fat burning properties.
Yeah.
It's fucking
right.
crazy. I am so
They have a
excited to
couple
see
here.
that.
Okay. That's awesome. I love that. That got us really pumped.
So you got some catching up to do because I crammed all the rest of mine into this
Oh,
one
shit.
paper here.
Okay, good job.
But this
buddy.
guy's gonna go for. We'll probably end up about the same.
Yeah.
They have a third one here too, a comatose Kush hybrid.
Oh, can we go back just 1 second to the Congolese? I just want to
Yeah.
see what it says for the. Wow, it doesn't even give a readout of the terpenes. Like I was wondering if they were gonna say what the terpenes were all about. But it's 20% THC by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Red
Zero
Congolese, yeah, that's
Wow.
so fucking killer.
Cultivar lineage, Afghani. I just love seeing landrace in there. Afghani landrace, Mexican sativa, and a Congolese.
Yeah,
Oh, we need to try this.
fuck yeah, man.
All right.
It looks really good too.
planned.
That's a picture of the actual bud there. That looks tasty.
Yeah,
Tasty.
and that's the classic sativa profile right there.
Comatose Kush hybrid is one of the other products they offer. THC 20.44, a little bit of CBD in there. Use your words, James.
Comatose Kush is an indica dominant hybrid strain. 80 to 20, okay. Created through crossing the infamous OG Kush with another unknown indica dominant hybrid.
Have we ever talked about OG Kush on the show before?
Yes,
I think we
have.
touched on it. You're
Like
joking.
every
Yeah, exactly.
episode is. Yeah. And carry on.
Yep, you got me.
My mouth is open.
This one lists the terpenes and stuff.
So
I
they
wonder,
only have the
I
three.
wonder if maybe the Congolese is maybe not out yet, and that's why it's got no.
It's got to be something like that.
Yeah.
So they have
Or
the
it's
three
top
products.
secret.
Yeah.
Maybe it's top
But
secret.
I haven't seen the other two even in stores yet. So
No,
I'll keep my eyes out for those.
neither.
I can't believe this was packaged on April 9th.
I know
That's
that's
insane.
fucking crazy.
That's like 2 weeks ago.
Well, you know, they're probably anticipating 420. Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I picked this up at Bazam.
That's crazy.
And that's the rest
And
of
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's the rest of the story.
And that's what's up.
That's been stuck in my head all week.
I watched a little bit of the Glassman and Adam Ray.
Oh, yeah.
On there, I watched
Yeah.
their stoned episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, those boys could definitely not
Oh.
hang on this show.
Yeah, they couldn't keep up. Yeah.
No.
They're funny as fuck though, dude. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys want to see something cool?
Y-
You had talked about earlier about how like insects like warn other insects if shit's going down,
Right?
right?
Yep.
And this is a documentary on CBC where I worked with Merit Motion Pictures, not on this particular one, but on a later documentary for the nature of things. And it talks about how plants talk to each other to warn of impending danger. And it's pretty cool. So I'll just play it for you guys so you can just like check
please
it.
do, please do.
That's really cool. I have heard of that happening before.
And it's David Suzuki, the master.
Okay, nice, nice. Are they? It's interesting. Like, I've heard about that's really fucking cool, and that's fucking Canadian icon right there.
Yeah, man, legend.
Yeah, totally.
Total legend right there.
David Suzuki, represent.
Yeah, nature of things, right on. But yeah, I heard through Joe Rogan last time we were hanging out. He was talking about giraffes and how there's this specific grass, no, this specific kind of plant that's a regular food for the giraffes, and they were studying it, and they took a sample of the plants. Like they had a bunch of the plants in a lab.
Yeah.
They took a sample of the plants and like analyzed. I guess they would be analyzing the terpenes in it to get the flavor profile and all that kind of stuff. And then they played sounds in the lab of giraffes like munching on the leaves, like the sound of it.
Okay.
And then they tested the same plants afterwards for the same like flavor profiles, and all the plants had gone bitter. It's like they had heard that sound and been like, yeah, they changed their terpene content and excreted different terpenes in order to become less likely to be
Less
edible.
attractive, yeah.
Less
Exactly.
attractive.
Cool,
Yeah.
man.
How fucking wild is that?
That is literally the truth.
Yeah, and that's terpenes. I had no idea until just now that was like a terpene exchange.
That's so wild.
When you
so
mow
wild.
your grass, I just on that point, I don't mean to interrupt, but when you
No,
mow
interrupt,
your
it's all good.
grass, you smell that smell, right? That smell is a warning from the grass that's being mowed to warn the rest of the grass that's about to be mowed that there's an enemy in the fucking state. Like that is that's that smell that you smell when it's freshly mowed grass. As humans, we love it. It's like, oh, it smells great. But to the rest of the grass, it's like, that is like the devil's coming, you know? True story.
Devil grass smell.
But okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's literally, that's science. Yeah.
Cool.
That's science, baby.
That's science. Well, I was gonna say I've been in fields with like, you know, a few hundred cows, and they're all eating the grass. And you would think
100 cows? You've been in fields with a few hundred cows?
yeah.
That's a
Same
lot.
here.
And you
few
would
hundred's
think
a lot.
and you would think, yep, it is. You would think that you would smell the same smell if the grass was doing that. But does the grass like to be eaten by the cows, but it just doesn't like to get cut by a lawnmower?
You know what? That's a great question. It could be too, like the loud sound of the lawnmower. Like there could be a lot of factors. Whereas, like as well, remember this: cows, they'll have a poop on the grass. It helps to fertilize the grass. The grass grows again.
I can't tell
The
if you're
cow is
doing
a
a bit
friend.
and you're just backing it up right now and bullshitting off the top of your head or not. This is fantastic.
The cow is a friend of the grass.
Everything you're saying could be true.
Could be.
Could be true. It's like these are all, these are all plausible arguments.
Symbiosis.
Like you're the kind of person who could convince somebody who hadn't thought of it before that the earth is flat. Just like, but what about these things that could be true?
Yeah.
I mean, not if you actually know the science or talk to a scientist, but yeah, I'm gonna talk to a scientist and see about that. Do they hear a lawnmower? Well, what about with
You're
the
gonna
old
ask
school
a scientist?
with the old school push lawnmowers?
Which scientist are you going to ask?
Dennis?
Oh, Dennis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dennis, the
Dennis is a good one. No,
Den-
Dennis is a good one.
That's his actual full legal name.
Yeah,
Dennis the scientist.
Dennis is a good one.
Yeah, it's T.
He's one of the good. He's one of the good ones.
It's Dennis,
He's one of the good ones.
the scientist. Yeah.
Dr. Dennis, the scientist.
Yeah, bring up Dennis the scientist.
If you look him up on Instagram,
Yeah.
See what we can do here.
Hashtag. He's at the real Dennis the doctor.
D-Man, the real Dennis.
No, it's just dr.
Just GR, yeah.
Just dr.
Come on, man. I like to spell things properly, man.
No results
Phonetically,
found.
god damn it.
No results found.
No
They must be
results
shadow
found.
banning him.
Yeah,
they
you
must
mu-
be
maybe-
shadow banning him. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe new account. I don't know. Yeah,
Maybe he blocked us.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
yeah.
he blocked us. Yeah,
Possibly.
He's the only person listening to this live and actually being proactive.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you, Dennis the doctor.
Of course.
But seriously, on nature things, I just very quickly, I'll wrap this up. I traveled many parts of the world, and we would interview
Travel. Yeah, sorry, go on.
the finest scientists in the world in their fields, like the top scientists. Like
Oh,
they'd
yeah.
send us to London, England. They'd send us to like Finland, you know, like places like that. And we're just a bunch of camera people and,
That's so
you know,
cool,
with a
man.
sound recordist. And like, we just set up interviews and like these people talk about like amazing science stuff. And they are at the tops of their field. Like it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool adventure for sure. It was about 4 years of super awesome fun in my life.
That would be a good gig.
That's awesome, man.
was a
that's-
great gig.
Yeah. Sounds awesome.
I imagine though that's the kind of gig that's going to be like 110% of your life, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
like no real. You're not playing music at that point in time. You're not working on your own stuff. You're just Jesus. I can barely talk. You're just out there
It's throaty, eh? Like it's
Yeah.
it's heavy on the back of the throat. This one.
when it really yeah really gets you. Yeah, if I haul like big on it and then try to talk afterwards, it's a wee bit problematic.
I think we are going to end around the same time, then, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're right
Yeah,
into it
the
now.
last cheers.
We're at
Do
the
it.
end of it now.
Cheers it up.
Let's see. Oh, we looked at their main page. We looked at the Instagram.
Looked at their merch, their product lineup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Overall, should we give it a Blade J rating?
Yeah,
Is it
might
too-
as
is it
well
too-
go
is
for
it.
it.
Is it too early? We're on the last joint. Might as well.
No,
at this point, I think.
I'll give it I gotta give it a listen here.
Yeah, do it. Let's give it a listen. Everyone, Jeff is about to listen to the burn. Feel the burn in your ears, Jeffrey. Feel it.
Well,
It's hard to hear, but maybe it's just maybe the marijuana is affecting my hearing.
it's definitely affecting me.
I can't even smoke it hard enough to really get it going super hot.
Ah, wow. Okay.
You gotta get it going, bud.
So heavy, yeah. Especially by the end of it here now, like holy
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it's
I'm
It's
toasted. I'm
barely
done.
smoking here. It's like a cigar, but it's just hitting so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Just thick.
I just
Yeah.
lit this up and it's already like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there. It's right there.
This might be a weed to
Go easy on.
well, I was gonna say roll pinners with, or combine with like if you combine this with a CBD sativa, that might be something.
Yeah.
And then
Or CBD anything. If you want CBD,
well, it depends on if you want to like continue
what kind of
living
thing you
life
want, but it's-
or
it's a good
just
thing
like
to- yeah.
end your day.
this is the real deal though, man. This is a
Mm-hmm.
good. This is a yeah.
It's time, gentlemen.
This is good cannabis, man.
Well, yeah, and it's hitting way more powerfully than 19.2% says.
Yeah.
But that speaks to the freshness and the fact that the 100% of the terpenes are there. Oh, and speaking of the terpenes, I know definitively for a fact that the percentage is a percentage of the total weight of the bud.
Okay.
Ah, good. Hey, yay.
It's not a
Breakthroughs.
percentage of the THC content or
Yeah.
anything like that. It's a percentage of the total weight of the bud.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So do you guys want to write a review or what? Should we write the review now?
Yeah, see, before we write the review, see if there's somewhere where we can log in and make sure we're logged
We're
in on
good.
this.
Like, I'm pretty sure you can just do it. Yeah, we're set. We're set. You can just tell me what to write and I'll write it.
Well, personally, because I don't believe in rounding up, I got to give this a 5 stars. Like I'm at a 5 stars. I'm not necessarily at a 10 Blade Jays,
Yeah.
But as far as 5 stars, I'm above a 4.8.
At first, I thought you meant 5 on the Blade J scale, and I was like, "Why so low? This is great."
Yeah.
But I'm with you on that. Yeah, I don't want to round down or it's got to be.
James, see right above there where there's the 5 stars?
I know. Click on A.
That's what I was talking about. The 5-star rating. He's just like so automatic. Just like, oh, they're talking. I'm typing.
We'll give it.
That's perfect.
We'll give
It's
it
so
zero,
perfect.
We'll give it 0
oh, man.
stars and give.
You're
and
the
then write
absolute
5-star
best,
rating.
buddy. You're the absolute best.
But yeah, no, I agree. 5-star rating, man. I love this.
Yeah.
I was super excited that you got this for us here. You got this lined up for us. Yeah, and it didn't disappoint. It's so nice. So yeah, 5-star rating. Both what?
I'm
Oh,
typing
Bo.
with one hand right now. Give me a second.
Okay. How come just one hand?
Because I got
why 2 hands?
My other hand is very busy. I'm
Why one hand and why 2 hands?
I am
Bo
I'm currently
and-
masturbating. Come on. I'm masturbating to
Bo-
what?
Bo
He's
and Jeffrey.
and he's stuttering as his attention isn't there. And
I got my phone going. I'm watching porn. Come on.
oh fuck.
What else
Were
do
you
you guys
saying
want?
we're not
What else?
enough for you?
I just want you to delete that second and.
Or the first and? Whichever one,
either
you know,
one of them.
your
No,
choice.
2
your
ands
choice.
are great. It's like it's old school Shakespeare. Come on, guys. Come on. I went to school for
Bo
this.
and put a capital A on the first one like it's my last name.
Yeah. No, we're
Ooh, is that your
right.
stage name?
Bo
Bo
and?
and?
Boan Nugs.
Bo and?
That's not bad actually.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
What else do you guys want in here? I got 2 hands now.
That's not bad.
I've washed the cream
When
off
you've
my
got your
left
own
hand.
band, then it can be Bo and,
Oh, it rhymes with stuff
and
so
then
good.
something
Boan the band.
or whatever. Like, yeah.
It rhymes with things so good.
Yeah, that might be it. That might be it. Yeah.
Bo and the
Okay,
band.
you heard it here first.
I'll sleep on it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What else? What else do you want on this?
The
review?
Leafly profile
Yes.
is very, very correct. However, I'm not getting the sedative side of it.
Me neither.
I'm not.
There's a body high, but I don't feel.
That's right.
I don't feel like out of it. I don't feel sleepy. I don't feel.
I almost feel like I took a half dose of an edible or something.
Yeah, that's comparable.
Give it to me again. The Leafly profile is correct.
Yeah, it's pretty much bang on. Except
pretty much bang on.
It's pretty much bang on, except
Except you're not getting the sedative effect.
I'm not feeling the sedative properties noted above. Did I say it like that? Except.
It's like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, totally.
Should I leave a link to the podcast in this review?
Maybe.
That'd be a way to go.
Before you actually send this and we register it, we'll proof it and everything. We'll make sure it's all good to go. But we'll just write out our rough notes for the cast here.
Wait, you don't trust
You
me?
just gotta throw.
I trust you.
Just gotta throw an X in there instead of.
I trust you. Yeah, it's all right. I'm already seeing things I want to adjust slightly before we actually send it off.
Oh, of course. We're just leaving this up just to support.
It's a draft. It's a rough draft.
People out there who are listening to this podcast, go on Leafly's site and rate the weed if you try it out. Like, let's get some traction on this site. Like, let's just grow this because, like,
Well, they've got pretty good traction on some stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the stuff that we've been looking at has been relatively new, and so it hasn't been highly reviewed yet. But if you look up like an OG Kush or something, they're gonna have thousands of reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's that? You guys have never talked about that before.
But we should all be leaving reviews on this site for sure.
Yeah.
If you check out Leafly, if you smoke weed, if you're into this.
I wonder if they communicate at all with the brands and say like, oh, this is what people are saying, as
hard to
opposed
say.
to
I don't know.
Maybe the brands look it up themselves.
the brands probably
think if they-
communicate to
if they
them.
care.
Yeah. The brands communicate to them.
Probably, like, because they're lobbying their
Well,
product.
some of the Some of the strains are just like strains on their own, and they'll talk about the seed people who made them and whatever, the genetics like makers.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like last week, we had to look up Top Leaf Oregon Golden Goat. We had to look up the name brand of the weed as well as the strain,
Yeah.
in order to find the actual one, right? So they must be working with the brands in some capacity. They're tied into all the dispensaries. They've got like weed maps and stuff like that available too, and they've got products availabilities, all that kind of stuff on there as well. So they're getting like way more in depth with it, which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like doing this.
I love it. I love
this
it.
kind of thing at
I
the
love
end.
it. Yeah, I just love it. What else?
Not feeling this set of properties as
Reported.
as I'm just like monotone
Yeah.
monologue off
as we're both nodding off, yeah.
my hat's like resting on the microphone, and
And
I'm
we're out.
just,
That's a wrap, people.
Um,
So you
yeah.
had videos.
Well,
Jeffrey, you had
Yeah.
videos. Didn't you? You wanted to share some more videos? Didn't you have something? I remember you talking about that earlier.
yeah, we're really bringing you down, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
so wait,
gotta
let's-
kick
let's-
it, gotta kick it back up.
Let's quickly wrap up this thing. So, not feeling sensitive properties reported.
You know,
What was I gonna say about it?
it's
Smokes like a fucking dream.
everything about it is great. Period.
Worst review ever. Everything about it.
A boot. There you go.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Don't send it yet. We gotta totally review.
Oh,
it
no,
before
I'm
we send
waiting.
it. But that's how we're gonna leave it for now. It's a great review, everybody. Great review, everybody. Good job.
Everyone else out there who listen
Good
and
job,
watch.
team. Fuck, dude, we're high for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And now that we've reached this like level of highness, I do have something that I want to show with you.
Cool,
Do it,
yeah.
And
do it.
I think you're really gonna dig it.
Yeah.
And James, I think from a background where you come from as well, you're really gonna dig it.
Sick.
Either of you guys into bikes? You ever ride bikes?
Yep.
Bicycles or
Bicycles, yeah.
a little bit when I was younger.
BMX, mountain bike,
Mountain
anything
bikes.
like that.
Mountain-
Mountain bikes,
yeah.
James, bikes.
Yeah, and like wicked, like Japanese Kawasaki Ninja.
Oh, like
speed
crotch rockets and
racer.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've done motorbikes a fair bit myself, and
And
I had a
dirt bikes
crotch rocket
growing up.
before I came out here. But what about bicycles?
All the bikes. I've
Okay,
ridden
okay,
all the
two
bikes.
wheels, you're in.
Yeah.
All right, let me bring this up before
I
you
even
share it.
I even rode a bike with training wheels one time.
Oh yeah, I did training wheels too. So there's this dude named Chris Kyle. Okay. And he's got a video called Kaleidoscopes from a few years ago. You know, Red Bull, of course, because everything they do is fucking golden. And we'll like go kind of in and out of this and stuff. We'll try and figure it out. But yeah, the park that they made and the way they film it.
Yeah.
And there's certain things that are moving, and it's like kind of fucking with your perceptions and shit. It's really cool. It's one of the coolest bike things I've seen.
Check it out.
Cool.
And I've been into bikes my whole life too. Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. Kaleidoscope.
So,
is so
yeah.
rad.
So this
Whoa.
park.
Whoa.
And the music with it is really good too, which we're not putting shit through, I'm sure, right now.
Not at all. No.
Okay, perfect. Because it is definitely copyrighted.
Wow, man.
Yeah. Like, how fucking cool is
Whoa.
this? Wow.
And oh, I know the song though.
It's great.
I
Yeah.
love the song.
Yeah. So fucking badass. Like, the way they're using the negative space and like hide in the trampoline and shit.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Have you ever seen anything like this, James?
No, I haven't actually. You know, this is like music video, crazy town worthy.
Yeah.
But
this is
the way that
insane.
they're playing with like what your eyes think and where like using the colors to hide transitions and
brilliant.
hide angles and shit.
That's a
and
toilet.
the mind, yeah, definitely. The mind to come up with it. So fucking neat.
Probably a theater director mind, like that works. Like that is also a cyclist.
But you got to be working hand in hand with the
rider,
to
yeah, yeah.
choreograph this too, because like you got to be able to
100%.
know that these moves are going to work out with your set.
Yeah, and I could go in here and like this thing is really fucking cool.
This is a lot of work.
Check this
Plenty
out.
of rehearsals.
The fucking teeter totter on the half pipe, like, oh man.
Wow, that's so dope. Beyond dope.
Man.
Like if there was a Super Mario Kart game for a cyclist, like this would be the game, man.
That was cool.
Yeah, double rail. And the things are moving around in the background, like, this kind of thing just gets me so excited in a different way.
That's pretty wild, man.
Man.
Yeah, like, isn't that just fucking wild?
That's some of the coolest shit I've ever seen, dude.
Yeah, everybody should go, like, check this full thing out on YouTube.
That's
like
vicious.
Red Bull, Chris Kyle, all Ks.
Wow.
That's one of the coolest biking videos I've ever seen, man. That's just
Yeah,
rad.
I feel like I've seen most of the really cool bike videos that have been made. There's some really, really neat BMX ones. There's one where the guy's all tiny.
Wow.
I'll get the other competitor that is maybe the competitor against like, oh, this is fucking
This
sweet
is so
here.
dope.
Watch this. Oh, tricked ya.
Yeah.
Wow.
I bow down to
man.
I bow down to the production crew on this one, man. This is amazing.
That's insane, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and now it gives the whole readout here on who everybody is.
Wow. Oh, yeah, Chris Kyle. I've heard about Chris Kyle.
So Ben Scott was the director,
And creator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Designer. So production designer.
and then
Scott.
Red Bull Media House, like those guys. Paul Shepard, I've seen his name on things before for sure. RSA Films.
Marcus Domleo, DP, director of photography. Ah, okay. Every so often I hope that Rob Mercer, yeah. Every so often I hope that there's some people on these shoots that I worked with.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the coolest things I've seen.
That's so cool, man.
That is RAF, rad as fuck.
Yeah, I'd never heard this.
This was my favorite part.
Yeah.
We went through the wall.
I had never heard this song before either. The All Your Light,
Portugal the Man. That's one of my favorite bands, man. I've
They're really good.
Listened to them for a long time.
I've
man.
heard them in passing, heard the name, but I've never gotten into them, and I'm definitely going to check them out now.
I saw them live in Minneapolis in like 2011, 2012,
Yeah.
around there. Man, I love these guys.
That'd be a band I'd love to see live.
They're so good. They're so cool, man.
How big of a band were they on stage? Like how many members did they have?
Bass player, guitar player, key synth. There's a female not backup singer, but a female singer.
Sequencing, do you think? Layered tracks.
Yeah, I think
played along to?
the keys was probably doing some stuff too.
Triggering, yeah.
But like, a lot of harmonies going on between the members too, and then drummer obviously. So I don't know, like 5, 6.
Oh, that's nice.
As far as I remember, yeah.
That's a
Cool,
nice full
cool.
band.
Yep.
Gotta love that.
Yeah, there's so many fucking cool, like that part.
And if I remember
here?
correctly, there were 2 drummers for a small portion of that show too.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Like full out
Like
kits.
2 full kits.
2
at
full
one
kits,
point,
eh?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I love doing that kind of stuff.
I was about to ask Jeff, like, sorry, like, just how do you feel about that? Like playing with another full, like, drummer on a full kit and all that.
Well, I love it if they're a drummer who also loves that kind of thing, and we're working together, and like we've got it figured out and all that kind of stuff, and there's room for that. The one thing that you've always got to do if you're doing that is make sure, like, okay, is this the footprint on stage that we're going to commit to? Because there's going to be places we can't play, you know, we're always going to have to worry about, you know, almost always it's like, okay, we're going to have to like, how many places can you go into and just tell the sound man, oh, we've got to run in mics for a whole nother fucking kit,
For a second kid,
you know, like, and he's like, oh, I've got the channel, like, you know, they've got the,
where he's like, oh, great, that's totally cool. Yeah,
like you could do that at the park, you could do that at the Pyramid. You might have to pack some mics with you. That would probably be the way to go about it.
Always wise.
And almost have like a main drummer. Like, just thinking off the top of my head, if you had a main drummer that was using the normal like system, and then you had the secondary drummer, and the secondary drummer submixed his drums all down into just a stereo left right send, and then that could be sent on a supplemental channel and just brought up in level. That might be the easiest way to go about it until you can go on the road with your own sound people and have a big board that you're taking with you and setting up that's all digital, all your stuff saved, which you can do really easily. And like what we've got going on with the coveralls, like you could do that with that if we were bringing it with us everywhere. Yeah. Right. And just sending a left and right to the house and then mixing it ourselves, or having a sound man mix it on a pad or do whatever. Right. Yeah. That would be feasible. Be us, but it's not necessary for the coveralls, really. It would be fun as fuck. I would love to do the coveralls with a standing percussion station. That's what I think is the ticket for the coveralls.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Some
and
conga?
then maybe I wasn't necessarily thinking congas, more like cowbells, tambourine on a stand,
Wood
tambourine
block.
you can play, different wood blocks, and then some like timpanis.
Oh yeah,
you know, that kind of thing. Also, maybe a set of like sizzle hats, or like a stacker and a little tiny snare drum, so a little backbeat could be played.
That's cool.
And maybe a floor tom and like some other stuff, and then have it be available for people to jump on and play different things, but also have the ability for guest drummers to come up and like do something on a song and whatever. Totally. That would be for big shows, man. That would be so fucking fun. So fun.
You got to add timbales to that, though. Timbales.
Oh, I did.
So good.
I said timbales.
I missed it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I said timbales.
You said timpani, but
oh, did I say timpani?
Yeah, you did say timpani.
Did I say timpani?
Yes.
I meant timbales.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Yeah, I meant timbales. Yeah. I thought I said timbales.
I was like,
I meant timbales.
Holy shit,
timpanis is like, okay,
orchestral drumming.
I guess the you're gonna need a big stage and a U-Haul, and like that's real commitment. That's real commitment. I'd rather just have somebody with a drum kit, actually. Oh fuck,
priceless.
Oh man, how cool was this shot here? This one I watched over and over and over. The different bars and him riding through the back. Did you catch this when it was happening?
Queuing it up now and go for it.
Oh, nice.
Like,
that's so cool. That's so cool.
Like just the.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of baffling. Yeah. And this like deception of how the ramp goes, where it's just the railing and the ramp actually ends at the box.
Yeah.
And the thing is painted on the support for the box, the way the red is painted on the bottom with the yellow to make it kind of disappear in your eye.
Do you notice one thing? I just want to point this out. Did you guys, as kids, ever have Hot Wheels in the
Oh, fuck yeah.
track?
Oh,
This
fuck
is
yeah.
designed to look like a Hot
Yeah.
Wheels track.
It's definitely got some Hot Wheels aspects to it for sure.
So cool.
Yeah. It's fucking badass.
So BA. It's RAF, people.
Oh, man.
Rad as fuck. And there's a BMX movie called Rad out there. Check it out.
Oh
It's
yeah,
from the
that's
80s.
a classic.
Yeah.
Rad is like up there with like Gleaming the Cube as far
Totally.
as classic movies. Have
Yeah.
you seen either of those, Bo?
I was totally spaced out for a second. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Sorry, man. What?
Old school sports movies, extreme sports movies.
Which
There's
ones?
a BMX one called Rad,
Nope.
and there's a skateboarding one called Gleaming the Cube.
Nope.
Yeah.
Christian Slater.
Oh, I
in
love
like
Christian
high
Slater.
school.
I
True
love
story.
Christian Slater.
And it's like Gleaming the Cube is like back in the days of like whale tails and tucking fucking hills and having like brakes on your fucking skate and shit. Oh man, it's I'm gonna see take it off this. I'm gonna navigate over to the YouTube and see if I can find a trailer for
Do it. I love the piano in that song. Portugal the Man. Shout out to
yeah,
Portugal the
fuck
Man.
yeah.
yeah, I love those.
I wish I could play their stuff on here. Can you type in
Type in.
Are you cold, me friend? I got it here.
I'm freezing. You got
Really?
it? No, I'm just kidding.
Gleaming the Cube. There it is.
I wouldn't worry about showing this. Maybe flash
that.
in or out when it's on a full screen. But
Well, I
I'm
can
just
have it in
gonna-
picture-in-picture, like small, if you want.
Yeah, just once it's full screen here. So there's that kind of thing. So this is, here you go. Can you turn it up a little bit there, please, James?
Look at Christian Slater.
That was Rodney Mullen, I think, doing that
Nice.
flatland shit.
Oh, snap.
Legend.
Yeah.
I just saw the highlights of Slater. Wow, this is so long ago. Holy
Oh
smokes.
yeah, that guy,
Yeah.
that classic dad. He was the
He's the
dad
classic-
police chief in Bill and Ted's, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Was he?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. He was what, Ted's dad?
Yeah, he was Ted's dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at his hair.
Look how young he is.
Fucking
Wow.
spiky with the frosted tips. I had
This
hair
might
like
be
that at
one-
one point in time.
Yeah, same here. He might be one of the youngest. This one of his youngest movies. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's a kid.
yeah. But they killed us. That guy, the brother from Scarface.
Yeah, true. Joe.
Oh man, and then he goes all preppy. The story behind this movie, like the plot and everything, is fantastic.
Yeah.
We should watch this sometime.
I want to watch this. Yeah.
He's got the helmet and Tony Hawk, all his boys. Like these are all professional kid skaters there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wild.
yeah. He's like sketching on a
made
Corvette on
in
the
the
highway
90s?
and like, yep. Maybe
They-
even 80s.
This would
Maybe
be
like
80s.
87.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they made this because they're like,
Oh,
because skateboarding was huge, and they're like, let's make an action movie that's also skateboard related.
That's
definitely.
incorporate-
If
yeah.
you're not showing it, definitely show this fucking that.
right.
That's
That
still-
font right there,
That's-
is just
it's rad.
phenomenal. With the
Perfect. That
anime
is-
lines,
that
the
is
motion lines.
Early 1990s, right there. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Probably 80s. It's probably late 80s.
Late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s. Yeah.
And this,
I just remember that from my childhood, man. I remember that.
Copy that.
the fucking grind rails on the skateboard, the
Wow.
big wheels. I had a board like this. This was the kind of board I was riding when I broke my collarbone.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was one of these. I was tucking down hills,
Yeah.
but not really tucking. You know, that's what you say. But we were just going, just going down
what you
hills.
say,
Yeah.
Does tucking mean you like dig down so you have less wind resistance and you go faster?
Yeah, and also a lower center of gravity, so you're less likely to tip, and
Copy
you
that,
can
yeah.
control your weight better, and kind of you've got more active suspension in your legs. These are all things that I didn't know when I was a kid. I was just trying to stay on the board going down the hill. And of course, you're like standing up too high.
Downhill
and, like
is
that's
crazy,
the
though.
oh man,
Ugh.
like where I grew up, it was all hills. Like there was like I lived on a hill. My driveway was a hill off of a hill. As soon as it got flat, it went down another hill. Like
Wow.
it was just everything was hills. My backyard. You went into the backyard.
That's
like
this is in BC, right?
yeah,
of
on
course,
Vancouver
right?
Island. And the yard came out and went downhill and had a little flat section and then went downhill again. And then that was the fence for the yard. And it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Like I could
totally-
I could
totally see
snowboard
it.
in my backyard.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd take my mom's laundry table that she had out there in the winter, and I'd move it around beside the house, and then I'd pile up snow to it.
Nice,
And
yeah.
get up on the laundry table
get,
and then
like,
drop
starting
in.
point.
Yeah, and then on the flat part, I'd put a jump, and then I'd crash down into the raspberry bushes at the end of the yard.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, but this fucking like drop, I don't know what you call it. I can't remember. But just like ollies through this fucking window.
The drop of doom.
Yeah,
So good.
Can you cue that up again?
just that
Yeah,
fucking
do that.
image with the whole pane just gone. Oh, it's just great.
Wowza.
Yeah, you showing it there?
Board
Yeah,
first through the window.
yeah, I'll just cue it up again. There it is. Go for it.
Gleaming
the
the cube.
Gleaming the cube.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah, there's the
Cool.
one scene where he's sketching down the highway, and he goes, yeah, right here, or just bombing hills, and then he goes under a semi at one point.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
fucking just the stunts and shit were really, really cool on this. But yeah, he has a diamond plate board with these big wheels and like super bearings at the end that you can go just crazy fast with, and that's what he ends up going through the window with.
Man, can you imagine going under a semi, moving on a skateboard? Like that stunt that's wild. That's crazy.
I did stupid shit like that on rollerblades when I was like a teenager,
That's.
and like
We'll get into that.
you
at
could,
some-
like
another night.
behind like city buses and shit like that, and like doing
But under.
under his
semi-truck?
But did you die?
Bumper shining.
Yeah, no, bumper shine for sure in the wintertime. Just up hills though.
I've worked on movies where we did stunts like that. Yeah, like underneath a semi trailer and all that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's pretty like the safety protocol is nuts on that. Like it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
so dangerous.
Only imagine. Yeah.
And like these stunt people are just they're fearless. It's amazing.
nuts.
They're so cool.
Okay, so I'm done. You're almost done.
Yeah, I'm pretty close here. What were we at for time, James?
2
hours. 2
hours?
hours, 12 minutes.
Fuck yeah. And what's your feelings like as far as being in the room compared to previous times? Would you know from a third lung perspective if it's a sativa or an indica? Like, can you tell from the feelings?
That's interesting.
What's happening right now, people, is I'm typing in my review to answer the question.
James says he really likes it.
And that's it. Okay.
James says he really likes it.
But yeah, if we smoke a sativa versus if we smoke an indica, can you notice a difference in them? Or do you just, yeah.
You know, honestly, I think I'm starting to learn more about it all. And also, like, you know, we just disclaimer every episode. I don't smoke the weed. The guys smoke the weed. I'm hotboxing in the room, so I get the feelings of it. So I am I'm actually in effect, you know, still breathing this in. And I don't know. Maybe I've laughed more this episode. Like, it makes me feel happy. I don't feel tired. I can't smell
Do you
the
notice-
smells you talked about.
When
you know?
when you get high, sitting in the room though, Can you like? Do you notice it being a different high?
Every time.
It's not just you get high. You can notice the difference between the different things. Yeah. Okay.
Every single time.
So it does. Yeah.
My ability to describe
Which
it,
is
though,
good. That means that he's also getting significantly stoned in the room.
Well, yes, but he also, even on his own, like the amount of smoke that he's taken in is so smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very tiny.
This makes me feel happy. So on a Blade J scale, I would give it probably, like, and I know because you guys experienced totally how it was like a little harsher on your throats and stuff, and obviously I'm not smoking it.
It's
so
cloudy in the room. I feel right now.
It's cloudy in the room.
Yeah.
It's hazy. I can hardly see you through the smoke.
The
Yeah.
lights are lower. I wonder if that is picking up more of the smoke.
Possibly. I can see you. You're nice and clear. If I look at James, it looks like I think my glasses are dirty because it just looks so foggy.
I'm wearing my ninja costume though, so that might be the problem.
Oh, you just
But I'll
camouflaged.
I'll give it about a 9 on the Blade J scale. I'll give it
Okay.
about a 9. But,
About a
you
9. That's a
guys-
great rating.
Yeah.
About,
What do you guys?
about a 9.
A boot
a boot to
a
nine.
boot a 9.
Boot
Okay.
a 9.
A boot a 9.
What do you guys think? How are you going to rate it on the Blade J scale?
Do you wanna go
As
first
we
or
wrap
should I?
this up.
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm gonna put it at 9.65.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
Heavy duty.
Again, going with a 2 decimal system here.
The Dewey
Yeah.
Decimal
Crazy.
System.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's just like it's advertised. I feel like if I was smoking this at the end of the day in order to go to bed, it would probably help with that too.
Yeah.
I could see that.
But mindset, it's nice to be able to get a flexible weed that isn't like fighting what you want to do with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not arguing. It's a good time. It could be very, very sedative like, but it isn't at this point in time. Like, I'm not feeling tired. I'm definitely feeling a little slowed down. I'm having a greater level of problems putting thoughts into talking and all that kind of stuff, you
Yeah.
know?
You're doing a great job, though.
Thanks. Thanks. You too.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's
You said a 9.65?
9.65, yeah.
That's a great rate. That's the best rating we've gotten, I think, so far,
Hey,
right?
thanks, bud. Yeah, it's as far as the medicinal side of it, the terpenes are all in line with like
Yeah.
the straight health and feeling really, really good. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. The level of terpenes in it when we got it, because it was so fresh, like we really got kicked by that.
Yeah.
I would only ever do that, you know, for science.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's
You didn't
you
smoke that much of it in a sitting, yeah. For
know,
sure.
no, or not even in a night or anything like
But you're
that,
saying
right?
you would only do it for science. is what you're saying.
Correct.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, I'm not going to say much about it because I just basically agree with you 100%. Coming into this, I already knew this was going to be like one of my favorite episodes because like I love their pre-rolls so much. I just discovered it. I was so happy to see this on the table when I got here. So you said 9.65? Oh yeah, you know what? I'll just straight up, I'm just going to match you 100%. Say 9.65 is super fair. I love the packaging. I love it's so fresh. Like there's nothing not to love about it right now. It's premium bud all the way. There's not a lot of waste coming off of it when we're rolling with it.
Very, very little. It ground up really nicely,
yeah.
super consistent. It rolled
Rolled
super
perfectly.
consistent
Did the
joints.
stuck paper challenge. Smell just like kicks you in the face as soon as you open that lid. Tastes like really nice and like earthy and like woody, smoky. It's heavy on the throat, so smoking a lot of it is difficult. But again, like if we would have stopped 1 joint in, 2 joints in, like I would have been super comfortable there all night. It's not something that you want to sit down. It's not something you need to smoke a lot of.
No, this
This is not like put it in the bong and just smoke it like all night long kind of weed. This is like sit down with it, enjoy it, and then sit back with it and enjoy that.
Yeah, you could really make this weed last if this was something that you were like stocking a bar or something like that.
I want to get myself some and see how it like lasts in the container. See how long I can keep it for, just rolling small joints. Because again, you said pinners would be great for pinners.
I think so. Yeah.
Just great for small because it's so potent. You just need a little bit of time, and it can get you to a nice little place. That's all you really need.
I feel like the smaller joints have less cherry going on too, so you can haul on them maybe a little harder without it being so harsh. Like the big joints, when you get them going, man, they'll fucking rip your face off.
By the end of these, even like a little puff is like just collapsing my throat. It's crazy, yeah. But yeah, no, GNOMESTAR Meat Breath, like nailed it. I love it. I love you guys. Yeah,
Right on. As you guys are talking, I filled in more of our review. So
Yeah, that sounds good. I think that Blade J is hyphenated, isn't it?
sure, we're good.
Yeah, I would've thought so too, yeah.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Last time I looked it up.
yeah.
I
No,
thought-
I don't know, man. I'm so stoned right now. Like,
I'm supremely ripped up.
An eighth of that in one go is like that's a lot. That's powerful, man. That's powerful weed. It's good. It's so good though.
And it's amazing too.
And sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to comment on the fact that it doesn't appear that our tolerances week after week are being fucked with. It's not like we're getting less stoned by any of these.
Well, I'm smoking
strains.
a little bit less during the weeks now too.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
Just to like make sure that I'm ready for this and like
Save yourself.
But I did want to comment too because I wanted to agree with you specifically on one thing where you said you were talking about how this is a weed that it agrees with you and it's kind of flexible with what you want to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could totally see this being a sedating thing, but it's a very inviting high, and it's like it can be kind of anything. It's so uplifting for me. It's so like funny and silly. That's how I've wanted to use it. I could totally see this being a thing that just like knocks me out in the evening too. I don't know. I just like the idea of it being a very flexible thing. I can totally see how that's
Yeah, I definitely get that.
I don't know why I needed to just second and just say the exact same thing you already said.
No, it's all good. Put a little validation there. Just take that, put it in the pocket.
Yep, just keep that with you. Yeah, keep that with you.
Tuck it away.
Right on.
All right. Well, on that stupid note, maybe we should call this one a day then.
Yeah, was there anything left that you wanted to touch on there, James?
I just want to point everyone to Leafly's website, and you can leave a review up here for Meat Breath, the smoke that was smoked today. If you try it out, leave a review. This is our review so far, which we will fine-tune. And, well, everyone, stay safe and smoke accordingly to your abilities. And see you next week.
Smoke safe, drive safe, and
All right. Well, that's been the 8th Estate. My vision just started to do funny things on me. And we're wrapping it up.
All right. See
All
you
right.
later.
Woo! Holy fuck.
Maybe we can redo